Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Balance Podcast, where we look at Dave, Ave, and Sans Undertale in the same episode for some godforsaken reason.
You did this to yourself.
We got
Yes.
a full audience watching this one today, folks.
Yeah, we've got a full 6 people this time, which
The
haven't
Peanut
had
Gallery.
that in a while.
The
Yep.
It's not
Peanut
my fault I've been
Gallery.
busy with life.
Also, TG can't talk, so I'll be showing Discord more often, hopefully, if I remember. Yeah.
TG's just left. TG just trying to state his opinion, but nobody just looks at Discord.
Yeah. Anyways, first off, we got
You
the
look at
obligatory
Discord,
bloop
you
character of
died
the episode,
challenge.
Wagonine.
You should probably stream.
Oh, right. I was streaming and then Discord crashed and canceled the stream, so, there we go.
Contrary to popular belief, this isn't an actual wagon.
Nor does it transport things.
Whack.
Hmm.
So
You know, but
anyways,
even if the whole gimmick was summoning things in the boss fight, it feels like why isn't there a summon move here?
Beats me.
Because you can bring the Soul Stone, obviously.
Either way.
yeah. Right, so
Healing is healing.
healing supplies is standard. You got boosting supplies, which is kind of just better Twinkle Tentacles, since you also got the status up, though I don't know how good that is.
Yeah, status up could also just be really cracked, though, because, like...
I mean, that's an old status plus, to be fair. That gives quite a few summons.
It's an old status plus for 3 turns. It's kind of stupid.
I imagine it's kind of character dependent, really, but, you know,
I mean,
sure
it does
can
have
do
that
stuff.
cooldown to compensate, to be fair.
Yep. Anyways, Shattering Screen. Deals 1 projectile damage to all enemies or inflicts the target with -2 death for 2 turns, while all other enemies get -1 death for 2 turns. Wait.
And cannot be used
2 turns
two
or 2
turns
times
or
in a
two.
row. Well,
The
weird.
most
Okay.
the most relevant.
I
Who's
don't
gonna
know why
stack
that's there,
defense?
You never know, Ruby. You might want to use that 1 projectile damage on that -2 death.
Yes, if piercing damage wasn't good enough to bypass defense.
Right. So anyways, Cursed Sounds. This move reduces all
Silence
positive
is
status
funny.
durations on the target by 2 turns. Uber statuses are affected. And to top it all off, they get silenced for the turn as well. The move has a 4-turn cooldown because nobody wants to be silence locked.
This used to not affect Uber statuses, by the way. I directly wanted this changed because I am tired of people specifying non-Uber.
This move still feels bad. You could get like outright removal for like 4 FP, and then silence for 1 turn is not great. It might
Been way worse
screw up
otherwise.
it might screw up a person's plans, but not majorly.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I mean, I agree, but it could have been way worse otherwise, is what I'm saying.
Cooldown also
Yeah,
makes it
I
suck
get it,
even
but
more.
still. Anyways, Birthright. Wagonine can now spend an extra 6 FP for healing supplies or an extra 9 FP for boosting supplies, and causing the move's effects to apply to all allies. Cannot mix and match statuses with boosting supplies, only one type of boost of status. After using either of the effect allies version of these moves, Wagonine will run out of supplies and be unable to use either of those moves for 5 turns.
Is this a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card? Holy hell. There's so many restrictions on this thing.
Like, okay,
It's only a matter of time
I do
before
think an
somebody...
AoE buff is actually kind of good for these.
Yeah, I mean, the AoE buff is good, but it is 15 FP total, and also gives you a 5-turn cooldown, which sucks.
When are we getting the Yu-Gi-Oh moveset where there's just a bunch of different effects on one move with a bunch of
summon Pot of Greed!
That hurt me.
With Pot of
Anyways,
Greed, I draw
Smash
2
just,
cards from my
makes
deck into
Terrified
my
Wall
hand.
goes for 4 turns, which, whatever.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
Not
Terrified
great,
is
not
kind of
terrible.
nice.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Just 4 turns of
where do we want to
Terrified.
put Wagonine? This feels like one of the more confident blimp characters, I'm gonna say.
That's
Yeah.
because I think it's supposed to be. And the boss fight was just as boring.
I mean, at the very least, the Squaddle Waddle
No.
team up was at least compensated somewhat for being boring.
I'm agreeing with TG here. I think Enyo. They don't have a reliable way to do damage, so they can't exactly hold their own. And their
Well,
only form of
I mean,
actually getting damage
I would
done is
say at least put him in the same tier as Heart D because like we don't have good Twinkle Tentacle gaze, right? I mean that's like Heart. That was like the
Yeah,
entire
fair.
reason Heart D was in RU.
I mean, if I could point
Argue it
one
is.
other thing out, the Build Fight does actually give you a somewhat healing aura on healing supplies.
For 10 FP.
Isn't that healing aura's cost?
Yeah.
I think it's 8. Isn't
No,
it?
healing aura is 10.
Oh, I see.
Though
Yeah,
this
but
also
it's
heals
one
one less in healing aura, so
EU.
But to be completely fair, it doesn't have the stock cap.
yeah, it just has a long ass cooldown.
5 turns.
To be
It's
fair,
at
though,
least something.
if you needed to use a healing aura twice in that amount of time, yeah, good luck.
Either way, I think this can be safely put into RU because outside of its burst healing and the ability to give, Twinkle Tentacle at its finest, I don't think having the status edition makes up for a lot of things. Like, sure, you can do some things with it, but you're only ever going to use that boost once, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell, you can't even
I
make
mean,
use of it yourself. Well, you can.
Oh
with
wait,
defense
this
stats.
reminds me of something. Didn't Wagonine go to the status ailment boss fight and just get completely screwed over by the divided gimmick?
yeah, I mean,
That's funny.
it's your fault for using the 8 FP move while you're at 11 FP, you know? I
He really-
think Status Ailment was
That's
even
not a
charging a
character
move at the
issue.
time. That was,
That's
I
not a
think it's
character
even
I don't
issue. That's
remember
a
funnier
the
to
skill
me.
issue.
100%, but yeah.
You know what's funnier to me though? He was going on about how he didn't need to attack and how the 2-def was going to kill him. And then when he died, he just kind of went into God Forever mode.
Yep, yep.
I mean, to be fair,
Status
I think
Ailment
that's
is a
kind of
weird
how a
fight.
lot of the HP goobers ended up going. They just hit the guard button.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, they can at least still base attack. Wagonine had 2 P down D ups.
Do 0 damage, Sigma Man.
But yeah, I don't know. At the very least, I do think this is better than some of Bloom's other characters.
Yeah, I do
Fair.
agree with that sentiment.
Anyways, next up is Object. Red's character.
Object of what?
Yes.
It's
It's an object. What more do you want?
I want details, soldier.
Well,
Right,
it's a
yeah,
black circle. It has a
I didn't
question
ask.
mark in it. He also has 2
Yeah.
legs.
You got Try Attack, you got Piercing Bleed Attack, you got Spite for 3 turns, and you got oh, what's this one?
It
Plus
looks like
1
rollout.
Def, and then charging up for Strong Attack. If object takes damage, they'll stop rolling. That's a waste of turn. Object continues rolling if they're hit, but no damage is dealt. If they manage to successfully roll into the next turn, they'll deal 9 regular damage to an enemy. The attack can only target the enemy at the front. Attack is disabled if object is airborne. So it's kind of
So in pot agreed. It lets me draw 2 cards from my deck.
it's kind of just like
This
a
one-
slightly. It's kind of like a headshot, but like you can't. But like if you get hit, you lose the headshot. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the one attack that's actually useful with build-up, I guess? Oh, wait. Piercing damage. What to do?
Just have somebody base attack the build off
Like-
before you attack them.
I just see a lot of moves here and not a lot of synergy.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty basic character.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? They're literally named Object.
Fair.
Hmm.
There's no defense. I mean, you have Spite. You just a jack of all trades and a master of none. The best thing I can think of doing is giving yourself Spite and then you start rolling. Because at the very
Yeah.
least, they're not going to they're gonna take the damage if they
I mean,
hit you.
it punishes them,
True.
but at the same time, what if they're using projectiles?
Well, then just don't
Skill
use
issue.
Full Shell.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the main thing that's really killing them here is sadly the built-in try attack.
I mean, you can go wrong with the try attack.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think the try attack is going to be enough to take them up too high in the tiers.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm
Yeah,
gonna just
good try
say
attack.
either RU or NU and leave it there.
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds
I think
about right.
I'm thinking more so NU because I can distinctly recall we ranked a character with a built-in try attack in PU, but it's not as bad as God Tier Fire, which makes me think NU.
NU it is. TG agrees.
Yeah, right then.
Sounds right.
Alright, next up we've got Evo.
Kirby
Finally
is evolved.
Bevel character.
Dun 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 dun.
I do find it I find it funny that you got this well, I think he changed the description, but originally Bevo posted the character as like, hey, he's training yet into Crusade, and no, the only debut that was happening already passed. Sorry.
Skill.
So, yeah.
Good. So what do we got for moves?
Anyways, you got
Title flip.
Title Flip, which
Big
is
bonk or charge for bigger damage.
yep, Mega Attack or a charge for even bigger damage. Yeah. I think
So
I
much
think the
bigger?
charge version is actually even it's actually slightly above cost. Like,
It
I think
is.
normally charge for 9 is 5 FP.
Bevmo!
Anyways, Lazy
Hello.
River. Restore 10 HP and gain
Title
double sleep
drop.
for 2 turns. For an extra 2 FP, you can yawn as he falls asleep, inflicting tired on a foe for 2 turns. That seems kind of
Wow,
good,
wow.
actually.
Yeah, that does seem pretty bad. Like, that's a 10 HP heal, either way you
Probably
slice it.
help
Yeah,
Probably
and
help you a pinch.
well, it's totally possible that you just give the opponent time to set up. It's also totally possible you just wake up instantly because they attack you that turn. So,
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't think there's
Anyways,
much punishment to using this during a boss either, since they're bound to hit you eventually.
I mean, Tired does reduce their damage by half, so they have to deal 6 damage to wake you up. Not a hard
true,
benchmark.
but at the same time, it's a 10 HP heal. What are you gonna do?
And then a boss, even
Yeah,
if you
fair
do
enough.
nothing, you have your allies to back you up while you're asleep, so.
Whirlpool Trap. I got the 1x3 try attack and inflicting soaked for 2 turns.
With a
With
cow
a
cap of
pow
2.
cap for some reason.
I distinctly recall them wanting to switch Soaked and Waterlog's effects. I am.
Skill issue.
Yeah, that would have been confusing.
Yeah.
Why is the power cap at 2?
I don't know.
Joke prepared. Joke ready. Continue.
Anyways, Aqua Ring.
Evo's
HP
evolved!
for 3
It wants to learn
turns.
Aqua Ring.
Bubble Shield is a on-cost shield. Not much to see here.
Waterlog.
And then Torrential Downpour is water. Wait, what? Hold on. Is it
2
1
people?
3 turns to 2 people? What? Hey.
Who let this through?
Okay.
Us.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Bevmo after this, I'm sure. And then Birthright Give makes the Lazy River Yawn AoE, which sounds painful.
If there's more than one target, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it could do funny
well,
things.
When it works, still works.
Yep. And then Final Smash is 6 damage and paralysis for 3 turns to all foes. Which I think is actually just worse than LK's Final Smash, but yeah, whatever.
Wait, hold
I mean,
on.
what
This
can you
is actually
do?
worth noting. Wait. Oh, I have war crimes to go commit later.
Oh, good heavens.
Why do you not have war crimes?
So, the FP for Yawn, it doesn't say an opponent, just a target.
Oh dear
God,
lord.
no.
Wait a
Kina!
second.
Oh my
Kina!
God.
Evo's a
I
private
think I
character. How are you going to abuse this?
Critical.
No, I mean, like, you literally can't use Evo. He's private.
Steal Bevel's account for himself.
I'll find a way.
Literally just
Alright,
breaks into the Caleb brothers' house just to grab
As for where
Evo's
this
stock.
goes, I think it has a lot of good damage. It has a lot of undercost moves and a lot of variety that it can use effectively.
yeah, I think we can put this right next to Caleb and OU.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It's got defense, it's got offense, it's got both waterlogged and soak. Holy hell.
Okay, then just goes and moves at Evo just to be right by Caleb on the tier.
Do it.
No.
Ouch. I've been shut down harder than I have ever.
Anyways, next up is Festival.exe, which I'm sure this will be great.
Oh. You know, I
This
This
forgot about
is
this.
quite the character portrait.
Indeed.
Your
I-
content warning has been avoided.
Oh, good heavens.
Sorry, ML.
I'm not sure I'm gonna
That's
unsee
fine.
this.
Doesn't
No.
bother me too
No.
much.
So yeah, there's another Triple Trouble-esque character, so
It was
right,
a
so
trend.
it's kinda like Eye of 3, basically.
Right, let's
You
see
got-
here.
So yeah, you got 5 turns of Sayori, then 1 turn of Monica, then 5 turns of Natsuki, then 1 turn of Monica, then 5 turns of Yuri, then 1 turn of Monica.
Hmm.
So anyways, Sayori. Gained is fixated and airborne for 1 turn. Then deal 0x2 damage to a foe and inflicted asphyxiated for 2 turns. Asphyxiated is immobile plus toxic, which is hilarious.
Oh dear. Always fun. Storm clouds.
Storm Clouds. 1 piercing damage 4 times, but it's staling. And then if she hits a foe that's immobile, she gains Psycho for 2 turns.
Wait a second, is that a PAL cap of 1? Oh dear.
Storm clouds and rain clouds were the same thing.
You hate to
Back
see
when
it.
rain cloud actually had a pow cap.
Oh, right.
Well, isn't it
Past
just
the days of
always
PAL
1
cap, so this
piercing
is
damage 4 times? Unless you like...
Yeah,
Unless
pretty
you
much.
just bring a... Yeah, unless you bring a power down. It's kind of like Luigi's, like Luigi Vortex, in that way.
True.
So anyways, I
Anyway.
propose we ban PAL caps from the simulation.
There's still some cases where I think they can work, but regardless.
In my defense-
Sunshine Tap. Deals 2 damage to 3 foes and inflicts... Sayori puts down a rope in front of herself and rallies back. When triggered, this attack does 2 damage to 3 foes and inflicts ensnared on the attack for the next turn. Doesn't affect projectiles and only has a damage to the attack, but does stop multi-hits. Lasts for 3 turns before fading, has a 3-turn cooldown. So, yeah.
I mean, it does something to deal with projectiles, so that's a plus. You can't just projectile cheese it like you can with most counters that are in contact.
Yeah, since it lasts for so long.
Yeah.
Anyways, Broken Bottles. Hits 3 targets 1 damage and inflicts Weaken for 3 turns. Weaken is a hilarious status.
Oh, so that's where it originated.
I'm not sure if this is where... I don't think this is where it originated, but
I don't
this
think it
is one of the places where it was used.
Yeah, the weakened is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Unlike Merrick, I made sure my other ones actually had usage.
Natsuki.
They're not helpless children.
Graveyard Literature. Hits for 1 fixed damage and inflicts Famished for 3 turns. When using the special move, half the FP you do is dealt as damage to you. If inflicted on a boss, the bot takes 1 damage for each attack it does. So it's not too great on bosses, but it's pretty good on other people.
Yeah. Yeah, from what
it
I've been
definitely seems
seeing, damage
brutal.
can be extremely annoying in the right conditions.
Yeah, it's kind
I've
of
seen it in PvP proper though.
it's like Thornflower, but damage instead of removing FP.
Bowser quakes in fear.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Desperate
It's
Thief.
only a matter of time before Bowser mains just start running Sword of Phalon just to take away the Thornflower.
Natsuki lunges at the target. The stack does no damage, allows Natsuki to shift all of their statuses onto herself, both positive and negative. Target as an item shall immediately take and use that item with a 1.5x effect multiplier.
Pretty powerful, I think.
Yeah,
So long as you're not
Scaven's
stealing a bad
Ravage.
status.
Natsuki hits a foe for 2x2 damage, except all damage she does is instead of giving her as health instead of actually dealing damage. So basically, it's just a heal that's a multi-hit and also affected by power buffs.
I think that's pretty good.
And opponent
And then
defense.
Flesh Cupcake, which is caffeinated plus dodgy for 3 turns.
I think that buys you at least 2 turns, and maybe even more if the opponent doesn't hit you immediately.
Yeah, usually. Anyways, I'll be right back. You guys can look at your EXE real quick.
So 100 cuts. It does damage
Yes.
to itself equal to
3
a
turns are
pass.
fast.
You can only attack the person that gives the status to. Oh, for a moment I was wondering, but then I just immediately read the next part of the description. Self-inflicted, targeted one. You can go to target. Fetch and Outlast. Quad attack. But it's the Yoshi bounce down one. Funny. Deprecation Horror. It okay, it's not available, so I will look on the dock.
Let's see.
Is that another quad attack?
But build it's Flandra's 4 of a kind built different.
Ah. I see.
If all 4 hits hit the same target, it is 1 combined hit of 9 damage.
The single hit could be useful. That is
Yeah.
actually extra damage compared to the quad attack at base.
It does its job.
Then flicker back is Ely charges for a turn before suddenly vanishing, appearing behind the opponent. She hits for 2 piercing damage and inflicts deep cut for 5 turns that can't be negated or resisted. Oh dear, that is deep cut that you cannot heal off.
You will take that bleed.
That is
Trolled.
15 damage.
You will take that deep cut and you will like it.
You will receive the 15 damage and you are gonna like it!
15
Just simply
damage.
heal 15 HP.
Finally, we found the counter to this moveset. Evo.
The 10 HP heal, no.
Evo beats Yuri.exe by just falling asleep. Little did Yuri know that Evo had a small little hitbox when they initiate the rest, which instantly kills anyone who is near them.
Lovely.
The scary things is all the funny things you can do.
Alright, I'm back.
Because welcome back.
Yeah, you can be very
Not
funny.
much. We can go down to
So
Monica.
are we at Monica now?
Yep.
Alright, so Shredded File. This attack does 5 damage, but certain status effect gives this move additional properties. If the target is asphyxiated, Monica restores 5 FP, just making this free, basically. If the target is famished, Monica inflicts stasis for 4 turns. If Monica is obsessed, this
dear.
move resets the timer for all negative statuses on the opponent to their initial timer. Which,
I imagine
Remember that
considering,
deep cut?
I believe that one is on the deep cut move.
Wait,
wouldn't that
reset the damage back to 1, though? Because I recall something like this popping up when I was trying to burn down Nature Bros Forest a while back.
Nope, it only resets the timer,
Oh. Alright, my mistake.
not the status.
I mean, even if
Anyways,
it did reset to 1, what? That's like 15 more damage.
Completely
Still
understandable.
Good.
Broken Reality. Attacks 3x2 damage and inflicts drifting time for 5 turns.
Oh,
It's
wait. I'm not sure I see this. It does not synergize with deep. I'm sure there's something you can do with this, but I have to double check the moveset again.
It's mostly for
Probably.
disruption.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay,
you can
fair.
just not use the move. Monica has some really good moves, I believe. Poem Perfectionist. Monica applies any non-Uber status she wants for 4 turns. Can be ally your enemy. Limited to public statuses, ones in black, white, con, not gray. Yeah, and I think that's kind of outdated, considering we
let me
revamped
take a
the
look.
sheet, but
There is a lot
can
of things
also
they can
inflict-
grab, though.
She can inflict asphyxiated for 2 turns, famished for 4 turns, or obsessed for 2 turns.
I think it's
So,
worth noting that this is essentially just Soul of Potential and Status Spore packed into one, except you get more turns out of the status.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very, very good.
That is
Yeah.
extremely powerful. Jeez.
I can give
there's
the
Festival
opponent
File,
coin
which-
heart.
Then there's Festival File, which allows Monica
Finally,
to use
they
the
have a
move-
way
yeah.
to get 30 coins.
Festival File. Monica uses a move from any of the other Doki EXEs. To moves cost, this moves that moves FP cost -1. This can make moves free. Alternatively, for 2 FP, she can choose which Doki comes next. So, I have 3's Birthright, but in a move.
Yeah.
And then Birthright. Monica's influence is stronger, and each of the Dokis gets a small boost. They're only active when the Dokis. With Sayori, allies and herself cannot be immobilized. When dodging with Natsuki, when dodging attack, gain +1 charge. And with Yuri, when 100 cuts, now applies HP regen for 3 turns. Then Final
Neat.
Smash. Monica comes onto the field and sends a corrupted heart, targeting whichever Doki EXE is on the field. Sayori gains Overcharge permanently to bypass the original restriction of being unaffected by Status Plus. Sayori can also bypass all immunities when using a move that immobilizes, at the cost of it lasting half the duration. Natsuki gains Vibrant permanently, as well as Sugar Rush. All of Natsuki's attacks hit an additional time, and Yuri restores 1 HP and FP every time she gets hit for the rest of the fight, and gains +1 def.
So I feel like it's generally worth noting that they're getting swapped out after 5 turns. I know they do have a way to select which Doki's next through Monica, but losing out on using Poem Perfectionist is pretty big just to keep that permanent buff going. I think.
Yeah, true, but I still think this is pretty solid regardless.
Pretty fair.
Or you could just,
Alternatively,
or you could
you
just
attach
use
Bad
FS
Wind up
meter.
to Master Soul.
Or just use FS meter and just have it active for 3 turns of whichever Doki you have on.
Okay, that's also fair. I imagine it'd be pretty good with some of these.
Yeah. So I think it's well established that Festival EXE is very good, but the question is it good enough for Ubers?
I mean, what am I seeing?
I feel like
Sorry,
maybe
I'm
not
just gonna
Ubers, but
quickly
at least a
relook
very high
everything.
OU.
I'm not sure if it's as powerful as IF3 is the main thing.
Yeah.
It's got some funny stuff that it can't do, but at the same time, I'm not too sure if it's as powerful. It's certainly good, though.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Given what I'm hearing, I think the consensus is OU on this one, but it's
Yeah.
definitely a high OU.
If it's anything that you can't take away from this character that it doesn't has over IF3, it instantly wins the Hexorn matchup on turn 6.
True.
This will be Lando T graphics in 2023.
Good.
I'm gonna need some sound emojis. Next up, we've got a real classic here. Dave.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Dave.
Funny moments.
Dave
Oh,
Algebra class.
God.
Or should I say Dave Sussus Mogus?
Now, I do think there's something to consider, because I believe that Dave actually got an update on here after this version, and I don't think that version is actually on the sheet anywhere, so I'm gonna have to...
Well, I can go bother bingo.
I think it's
Oh,
also worth
gotcha.
noting that the other version of Dave is actually playable, so given the history behind this, it might be somewhat fair to rank this version too. Because I believe both versions
Yeah.
are playable.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to handle it, because, yeah, both versions are playable, but, you know, I only have one in the tier list, and we only have one in the CHR file sheet, so there is a chance it might be more fair to rank the rework rather than just the original, you know?
I mean, I
I'm voting
suppose.
bingo
Then we
for
don't
it.
get to talk about the funny time when Dave killed Galeem.
We can still talk
I don't
about that.
That's a funny
I
story.
mean, it specifically mentions the Distorted on this one. He still has distorted, mind you.
I suppose.
How did that happen again?
Hold on, I'm trying to find where that is.
Dave equipped like 4 double pains with Demon Heart and also Curse of TG.
Oh, I found it.
and
I found it. I
fought
found it. I
Gleam,
found it.
who proceeded to
mean,
blow up
just-
4
But I-
light bombs once in his face and proceeded to kill himself through distorted.
Just to remember, that number could have been higher if Dave equipped the other 2 curses.
Yep.
I'm just imagining Bingo just sitting at 270 points from
Oh,
a
the other
single.
Dave is here.
Oh.
Yeah, I have the new doc open.
This is so epic.
But yeah, we'll talk about the differences as they show up, but I have both docs open right now.
Anyways,
Right,
let's
so
see what's different.
Rework Dave cannot willingly switch between 2D and 3D. He just switches between every 2 turns. That's kind of the biggest difference, but Dave also
that
gets
is
a new
a-
move to compensate for that. And also his 2D form also gets screen instead of just +1 def, which basically
always
acts
nice.
as a def buff to all allies rather than
It
just
helps a
himself.
good amount.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think my eyes are hurting a little bit by the font on background choice.
Skill
The
issue.
color.
What is that?
Yeah,
Comics?
I mean, understandable, but you know
It's mainly the red. It's
I mean,
mainly
the
the
entire
red.
Dave versus
Yeah.
Bambi
Yeah.
mod is made to hurt your eyes, so
Yeah,
Okay, fair. This is
yeah.
completely accurate to the game.
Lore accurate.
True.
Regardless, distorted is very funny. It can
Yes.
do like 30. It can do 30 damage still, and that's like still a lot, even if it's not the 60 or 5,700 it used to be.
I mean, to be fair, that's still a 5,700 damage difference.
Yeah, but
sick
still,
tricks, Dave.
yeah, sick tricks, Dave. In the 2D form, armor rams the target for 3 damage, and Dave gets dodgy for 2 turns, and if done twice in a row, Dave gains boost for 1 turn.
Given that you're
Sequence
swapping to 3D immediately after, if you're actually going for this, that is pretty good.
Yeah, just do the Furious Tri attack with boost.
Yeah.
The synergy is definitely noticeable.
That said, there is one flaw. There's always that time where you just don't have anything stupid to say when using Sick Tricks, Dave, and will thus be locked from using the move.
Yep. Anyways, 3D form hits a target for 4 pound, inflicts Dizzy and Soft Burn for 2 turns.
Dizzy is
Which are
always
also-
funny.
Yep, and Soft Burn and it just does a decent amount of damage in general. Algebra lesson.
Yeah.
Dave stops everything he's doing, feels classes in session. He pulls out a chalkboard on the wheels and begins teaching out. Of course, since Dave can't have nice things, something will come and cut his lesson short, and he'll move. And while in 2D, inflicts tired on someone for 2 turns, and while in 3D, deals 2 damage to a single target, and if done on a tired foe, inflicts Sleepy.
If I can point something out, given that this tile can affect literally anyone, if you have an ally in Versa, I think you see where I'm going with this.
How we come
Yeah.
across this twice in a single episode?
Yeah.
I see tired. I go into like one of the 3 characters that can actually invert statuses, and I'm like, oh my god.
Fighting
It's
equal for every
critical,
time
let's
it's
go.
outside, it's critical.
Just saying, even if you don't have an inverter, I just play Soul of the Mirror World. There's nothing
Oh,
stopping you.
damage.
Yes, there is. I banned you from the server.
Goodbye, Trump.
Five Nights
One
Wrath
thing.
deals 1 fixed damage to a single foe, and on 3D, he gain intangible for a turn, and if Dave prevents his death while doing this move, gain anticipation for 4 turns. 3D version cannot be used twice in a row, which is
Makes
standard.
sense.
Classic grilling. Equipped with the grilling spatula, Dave has 2 options: serve some quality food, or flip an opponent over the head with a spatula. While in 2D, heals self and adjacent allies in a turn order for 4 HP, and while in 3D, deals 3 damage to a single target and inverts all that target's statuses. Uber status is not included.
He just wants to grill for God's sake.
This is so epic.
I will note that the invert might not be the best thing since Dave does have a tendency to inflict a lot of negative statuses on foes, including tired.
Well, okay. What if you're like really kicking the opponent's ass and you want a challenge?
Extra disrespect. Wait, hold on. No, wait. There's something here. Critical and distorted.
Oh dear lord.
God.
Yeah, well, critical
Wait,
won't
so if
buff
Uber
distorted, but like critical does not buff distorted. I'll say that much right now.
Wait, so if Uber statuses are not included, does that mean that he can't flip tired into critical?
I assume.
That is actually
Probably.
the first time I've seen where not affecting Uber statuses actually helps a character.
Bingo knew what he was
I
doing.
mean, it depends on whether the move. I mean, it depends on whether the move can't. It's like tired is not Uber, but critical is. Like it depends on what he means by Uber status is not included.
I mean, regardless, it's funny synergy though.
Yeah, potentially. Anyways, Birthright gives Dave Rainbow every 5 turns.
Yay!
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
And I think that's actually right after. If I'm correct, I believe that's right after his he goes back to 2D after his first 3D transformation. So at least
Oh,
right at the
right.
start. So
It
yeah,
would buy him a turn.
yep. And final smash. Everyone gains
Dave's
distorted for 3
fun under
turns,
the
and Dave
glass.
gains 5 HP for every target who gains distorted. The Dave player must make a math problem for their opponents to solve. If they get it wrong, their health is cut in half.
Holy shit.
You know,
It's
I
time
forgot that
for
Bingo
everyone.
Mix's Final Smash is ridiculously funny for some reason.
It's
They're never
time
to be
for
taken
everybody.
seriously, usually.
I mean, like,
Okay,
yeah,
you
no,
just
because
said-
like this was before Final Smash Meter, so basically, like, you'd be wasting 6 BP. Might as well be funny for 6 BP.
But now that you do have Final Smash Meter, infinite math problems.
You
Who's
can
gonna
be
stop
funny
you?
Yeah.
for 3
Good help.
BP.
It's like, solve math problems or die trying.
Yeah.
Just send the opponent trigonometry
And, like,
every
even
time
if
you
they-
use the Final
Like,
Smash.
even if
Send
they
them-
do get the thing right, that everyone still has distorted. That's still gonna fuck people up.
So have you ever considered that because of the fact that you have distorted, that's technically a full HP removal? Because that's double damage.
I feel like it's not
Yeah.
the intention here, but yes.
Kill
Also,
someone.
there's something that can be done here, and I think it's worth noting. He can use his intangible turn on the turn where distorted goes off.
Yeah, true. If it
He
happens
can
in
parry
sets.
this shit.
Literally unpunished.
Alternatively,
I
have
can't believe
Birthright
Dave
go off
better
the turn.
strong.
Alternatively, do that with Birthright, just so you don't even have to waste your turn with that.
Oh god, fair enough.
There's ways around it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Dave is
Really?
a
Anyways.
character.
So, yeah, where do we want to put Dave?
Anything
This
goes.
freaking guy.
I think he
Make
can
a
go
whole
into
tier
anything
just for
goes,
Dave and we
purely
put him
because
in it.
Dave tier.
if it was just Dave, then maybe. Can we have a Dave tier? Right above Ubers, right below minus Goomba.
I forward this notion.
LK's gonna stop us, probably.
Yeah, I am gonna stop you. If SD
Come on.
card didn't get his own tier, Dave isn't getting his own tier either.
So we put
Dave-
SD card into
Dave-
Dave tier 2. It's simple.
No,
There's
we're
a lot
not
of
doing that.
this kit, and there's a lot of
I'm
utility.
not doing golden die tier for Dave.
I thought there was mention of a try attack, but there's not really mention of a try attack. One time for
So when
fix is
Golden
always
Die
nice to
does-
have.
Sorry. So when we do
I-
eventually get the golden die, can we just make a tier for him at the bottom?
We'll see when we get there, okay?
There's a lot
I
of good
really don't
defense
like.
in the-
I really don't want to put joke tiers on this thing, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All things considered, I'm thinking either Uber or Oyo.
I mean,
David-
honestly, I can
David.
see. Honestly, I feel like the passive is definitely weaker than it used to be, but like, honestly, I feel like this is still an insane passive. Like, just having Dave on
Like,
the
yeah.
field gives everyone a plus one def, and he also has his moves be cheaper even if he has less POW. Then in 3D form, attacking him is a death sentence.
Yeah,
for
he's
both you
actually
and Dave.
cooking. He's cooking.
Yeah,
Literally,
I think
yeah,
Dave can be
special.
ubers. I can't
Yeah,
believe
put him
in the
this
20
guy is
tier.
ubers.
There's a
I
ton
mean,
of
Boaz is
potential
also in
shenanigans.
Ubers, to be fair.
I mean, yeah,
The
true, but
Uber tier is like literally like half just memes.
kind of.
Boaz and Dave fighting it out in Ubers tier.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't get very many funny Ubers. It's a welcome addition.
Yeah. Anyways, next up we've got the first of two meta progressors in a row, White Ribbon.
I just want to say that the form of meta progression is actually kind of scary.
It's not as scary
They
as the
just
next
drag
one.
you to the Star Universe without you having any form of input on it.
Well,
All
listen,
right.
say
Gonna
what you
write
will
my
about White
Crusade
Ribbon, but
creepypasta.
trust me, it is not as bad as what Lance and C have.
Man.
Okay,
I'm
completely
scared.
fair.
Anyways, Ribbon Wrap. This is basically the same as Pink Ribbon's version, just since White Ribbon doesn't have TP, she doesn't really have any interactions with that, so yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, either mobilize someone or make them lose 2 POW until White Ribbon takes damage, basically. And White
Understandable.
Ribbon's moves get a bit weaker until then, but eh.
What
Anyways,
do we got?
Starry Power. Give someone Starry for 3 turns. Basically Furious, but it also comes with +1 efficiency.
Furious, but actually kind of good.
Yeah. Gives us a try attacker and
Okay,
yeah.
Trunko, me, you, PvP. I have 5 stacks of Furia.
I'll just bring a
I bring
rainbow
quick
star
attack.
and
I
quick
bring quick
attack
attack. I bring
if I
quick attack.
need
Just
it.
bring Saving Grace and Second Wind, and you're good.
Okay, I can just go buy second wind to deal with you right now.
Bring First Strike. You can't rainbow then, nerd.
Anyways,
So, are we gonna-
call for help. White Ribbon calls for help and summons another ribbon to come to aid. It's a very long cycle, but worth noting that only one of these ribbons can be out at a time, so you do kind of have to wait for one to be defeated before you can send in the next one.
That is a long
Oh,
cycle
summons.
list.
Yeah.
You know, I could have
Yeah.
sworn that some of these were attached to a birthright.
They are. And we'll
Oh.
get to that.
There's
Oh
more.
dear lord.
6 HP 1 POW for Bravery.
This is a bucket.
Mega attack on the other one for 4 HP and 2.
White Ribbon's victim list is pretty long.
Oh, Dance Off is just cheaper hustle. But it does take up 2
Kind of.
moves, so I guess it.
Yeah, it takes up 2 moves, but still.
Yeah. Well, one of them is a summon with actually decent power, so like.
Yeah.
Green Raven has a multi-attack base attack and can just summon
Oh.
items on the fly, though at the cost of Thorny.
Bro, thank you, Funky Kong / Lobel / any other item character.
I'm still angry about those coin cost FP conversions, by the way.
Skill issue.
Yes, man. I blame
I think
Fancy.
I
Yeah.
love being angry.
Where have we seen this one before?
Yep. High School Trap is kind of
Ow.
neat.
Yeah.
Then there's and then at this point I just get some random guys from Star. So I get Cheese Ribbon, Acid Ribbon, and Cloud Ribbon, which is just get 5 HP heal, poison and acidic, and then Sparky.
I can't see Cloud Ribbon without thinking of something from Tot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A wee bit of trolling.
And then last we have Guilty Charm, which is charming your opponent for 2 turns. But you can also if you use it on a summon that's below half health, you can bring them to White Ribbon's side. This can also
That's
work on
fine.
players with bosses, but they have to be in peril for that.
Yeah, spelling's funny though.
Yeah. And then here's the Birthright. For the first 4 of these, I just kind of added so she has something to do with Birthright before I actually did the meta progressor stuff, which Basically,
Yeah.
Birthright lets you replace any of the ribbons in Call for Help cycle with one of these ribbons. So you still have 8
is-
overall, but like a different date. And generally, I try to make the Birthright ones a little bit better than the ones that are on the default list.
As they should be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, holy shit! My ribbon has 1+1 armor. that
Yeah.
feels evil.
I mean, she only has 3 HP, but yeah.
HP
I mean, that's-
plus P. Okay.
Yeah, that's 3 turns to take them out minimum.
Yeah.
And I regret
And like,
nothing.
it's a 7 FP someone with 1 POW. I mean. Yeah. Anyways.
Lord help us if you ever have a way to apply magnetize to it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, you got Icy Wrap for freeze or brain freeze. Waffle Ribbon for sturdy for basically sturdy. But also you restore more HP but get -1 POW.
Oh darn.
And yeah, Dry Ribbon which has the revive. Heart Ribbon which has Twinkle Tentacle and permanent HP regen.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
Let's see here. Windy Ribbon, which can do Waterlogged or Vibrant. Yuki, who has 10 damage AoE if the opponent just doesn't do anything about it.
My god.
My Ribbon,
And
who
for
has +1 armored. Tarnished Heart Ribbon, which has permanent allergic and inflicts Starry Fearer on a foe.
That's scary.
There is some evil stuff in this pool.
Yeah.
And then Ribbon Mario, which can just priority give White Ribbon +2 POW for a bit.
Do the Mario.
Swing your.
And then we get the blurb about White Ribbon just dragging everyone they beat to starve.
Yeah,
Swing your trails from
Eden's
side to
Blessing.
side.
Eden's Blessing gives you basically lets you switch out the active ribbon, and you can even switch to someone that you didn't put in their cycle.
Howie.
And Final Smash is standard, 12 damage and charm for 3 turns.
You know, I honestly forgot how much ribbons they actually have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used White Ribbon a fair amount.
like yeah. Call for Help is like insane with just how versatile it is. But of course it's on a cycle, so like you're not
When in
gonna
doubt,
have
Cycle
that
Drive.
Yeah, I mean
from
Cycle Drive can
experience, you
help.
generally I will note that from experience, you generally only really get like the first few summons you bring.
Yeah.
Since you can't use the move while you have a summon already out, and White Ribbon, outside of Soul of Eden or Eden's Blessing, she doesn't really have a good way to get them off the field once she has them on there.
There's a general reason I had S-Side Lollipop only be able to bring 3, because there's no way in hell he's using the whole cycle. Otherwise.
Yeah. I
Not with
realize
that
now, but
attitude.
still, Birthright helps a lot with that though, since you can just put whichever one you really want at the start of the cycle.
Yeah, and like all the Birthright ones are better.
Pink Ribbon
Yeah.
was never seen again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Have you seen this ribbon?
Bravery Boost is not a. This version of Bravery Boost is not a very good move. I'll say that much.
Bravery is just like an okay-ish status.
Yeah, there's a reason I gave it a buff in Cannon Crusade and on the rework.
Completely fair.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Anyways, where do we want to put White Ribbon?
Okay, so I think outside of Call for Help, I think their tools are very.
Starry is useful for support because you give your friends efficiency and POW bonuses. Wait.
Yeah, Starry can be useful for support.
The best comparison is S-Side, but at the same time, I'm not. It feels like they do actually have to rely on the cycle.
Yeah, they kind of have to
Yeah, I
rely
will
on their
note that
cycle because, like,
White
Starry is
Ribbon
a
is a
good
lot more
status,
of
but
a-
they don't have much to use with it, especially because Ribbon Wrap and cutesy charm kind of overlap with each other?
A little bit. I think. I mean, the main thing is you generally want White Draven's kind of a support, kind of. It's mostly a summoner, and like you generally want to be supporting the summons you bring out.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, besides like Pink Ribbon, Mai, and a couple of the other tankier ribbons, they can be taken out pretty easily. Like a general problem with most of the summoner archetype has that. Of course, you can be doing your own stuff with the summons, but like, especially if they have like a decent multi-hit, like a multi-attack or something, they can kind of really cripple White Ribbon in terms of what they
Yeah.
can do.
Alternatively, just inflict Trojan on White Ribbon. What do they do then?
Is Trojan even on a character at
I
this
have
point?
plenty. I know
like-
one. One's actually coming up.
I think it's. I think it's
Oh,
on like.
wait, also, there's also
3
Candy.
characters.
Candy is used fairly often at this point, so I'd imagine that.
Yeah, but the
So-
Trojan move is actually triggered like once ever.
Well,
I
yeah.
have the response to
Hi, I'm the guy who triggered it.
Like the Psycho move is good, but I think outside of the Psycho move, they just don't really have the tools to make it into OU. I think they're probably UU, if anything.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I
agree with
think I'm with
OU.
TTI here.
Rather.
What? My mic not working.
No, it's not.
Fuck.
Did that work?
Let me fuck around with the settings. Give me a moment.
1 moment later. So anyway,
Later, when somebody
White
goes
Ribbon
to
has a lot of
you
tools,
to
but
see
most of
how
those
the
tools
code
are
of the
stuck
game.
in the summons, and I don't think there's necessarily 1 or 2 summons that are insanely threatening with Starry.
Yeah, I don't think any. Yeah, I mean, probably the most annoying one to start is probably just my ribbon, just because the -1 def really just doesn't matter. But at the same time, you're only really getting just 1 extra damage on the ribbon, so like, yeah.
You can give yourself armored live for a few more turns.
Okay, your character
Anyways,
crashed.
for sticking with Yu and White Ribbon, then
I think so.
Yeah.
Full
next up
argument.
is Lance and C. Who White
Oh,
Ribbon
boy.
lost to the first time, so yeah. So
Anyways,
yeah. Basically, when Lance and C beat a foe, they transformed them into a weapon. I totally
that
get
is
the
a
person with
short
the ribbon.
jump.
At least with the ribbons, you're still pretty much alive. You can still walk around and do things and stuff. With Lance and C, but what are you supposed to do? And mind you, I've talked to Hogue. You're still alive as the weapon. You're not dead.
I mean, do weapon things. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, isn't there a character that does even worse to the characters they beat?
Okay, consider this. I can stab people as a weapon.
Actually,
Well,
I
yeah.
literally just realized. There's actually a character worse than both Lance and C and White Ribbon. Doesn't
Everyone
Captain
starts
Phantom
to-
Neo just literally steal people's souls when they win?
I mean, yeah.
So does Shara, your point?
Okay, completely valid. I will back off now.
Everyone's trying to figure out why this is a bad thing. I'm sitting here trying to figure out why this is so Xenoblade-like.
I steal a soul, but I have Soul
geez.
Survivor equipped.
Anyways,
So stupid.
Smoke Cloak is just standard invisible for 2 turns. Weapon Shine is +3 S charge for 3 FP.
But weapon related.
Yeah. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, their only attacks are the weapons, so, yeah.
Yeah.
The only attacks that would
Well,
trigger S charge, so...
Okay. Anyways, let's see this weapon stat.
here we have the weapon collection. We've got Smoke Bellow, we've got the Magic Wand, we got the Parax... hold on. What is this?
Paraxol.
got
It's
the,
an axe.
We got the Smoke Bellow, Magic Wand, Paraxol, Charger Blaster, Leaf Boomerang, Makai Maelstrom, Angel's Frost, Sun Gun, and Rare Shard Gun.
Double gun.
Rip
What-
in peace, my boy. Gravity. swear there used to be like a gravity one that I ended up removing.
Yeah,
It's like,
What
Yeah,
I
we
do
had
like
to,
is that they actually have personal notes for all these weapons.
yeah. I did something like that for Pink Ribbon's magic badges, since I liked how it was here.
Let me just read my favorite one. The weapon offered us a different weapon, so we are sparing said weapon for now.
Yeah,
This implies that Dusty's actually going to become a weapon if this encounter ever happens again.
yeah. Yeah, Lance and CC, everyone has weapons, so good luck with that.
holy crap, Sisyphus Prime.
So, anyways, yeah, you got a pretty good variety of special moves here. Let's see here. You got you got Dizzy, you got 5 damage and burn, you got dual attack, you got Starry, you got piercing damage and Sparky, Thunderwall, charge attacks,
Thunder.
Vortex, 3x2 damage, spread attack. There's a lot of stuff here.
Really many things.
The main thing note is that you can only bring. I believe the idea is you have to bring one weapon to each battle, so you can't really like mix and match for the most part, unless you bring Birthright, where you can bring one melee weapon and one projectile weapon, and you can use a turn to switch between the two types.
I mean, hey, it does things. That can't argue with combination.
I just want to make sure this isn't glossed over. For the sun weapon, the note is literally the sun is a deadly laser.
Yes.
Hey, can we go on land?
The sun is a deadly laser. No.
Anyways,
Anyway.
with the final smash, you get access to the whole collection for 4 turns.
It is really
More
good.
and more.
I feel like this could be permanent considering Eye of 3 exists.
Actually, no. Eye of 3. Go look at Yui with their 14 different knives.
Listen.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, Ian's Blessing also lets you use a weapon outside of the ones you brought for a few turns. Honestly, Soul of Eden kind of just seems like a better choice than Master Soul with this in mind.
Probably. Also,
Yeah,
I think this is the only instance I can remember of magma actually applying to anything.
I think there are a couple other cases I've seen, but yeah. It's not very common.
It's funny, though.
Just wait until the quicksands incident makes its way back into The Sims.
I will burn you with magma.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add quicksands to my new boss.
Lance and Sia probably can go in OU. I think they
Yeah,
have.
that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, the base kit is the moves are all pretty simple, but you can kind of just bring whichever one you want, and it's like Caleb. You can't really predict which weapon they'll bring in. Smoke Cloak is a good move, and Weapon Shine works pretty well with just about any attacking move. So yeah.
Yeah. Me when I go check out the OU metagame a few weeks after.
Wait, hold on. This is actually really important. Wait. No, there is prediction if they bring their birthright. There is only one melee weapon in this list.
Oh shit!
There's only wow. Okay. How did that happen?
I don't know.
It's seriously just the Paraxol.
9 characters here. How does there's only one? Okay.
If just bring Shock Shield to be safe.
After many fights, Lance and C have just this massive army of guns, and then you just look at the one parasol in the corner.
A massive collection of guns. All of these thoughts running through my head.
Whack. I don't think that changes the tiering at all, but still.
It doesn't. It's just hilarious.
Yeah,
I fully agree with this sentiment.
This was recorded a month ago, and now they have 5 melee weapons.
1 month after the TOS placement, half of the OU tier is missing. When asking Lance and C what happened, they're just looking away. And they're just holding a bunch of guns behind them.
Curious
This
about
one
your
that got
skills,
Shadow Shuriken nerf.
weapon.
So yeah, Axe Kick got yeah, Ruby just said it, but yeah, Axe Kick got Shadow Shuriken nerfed because funny.
Yeah, very funny.
And Whirlwind is 1 turn charge before dealing 3 accurate piercing to all foes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue
Nice.
Bomber gives himself +1 POW and Chaser for 1 turn. If that target is
Wait.
unable to move, the FP is refunded. This can be increased with status plus, but then the move costs 5 FP for some godforsaken reason.
Why is it
Why
like
does it
that?
cost 5 FP when you
I
use
don't know.
status plus?
It's just
Anyways,
stupid.
Fastball. With priority, give an ally +3 charge and speed up for 2 turns.
Why does it have priority?
I don't know. Triple Tornado. This move takes 5 FP for 3 people of your choosing on your side and uses up their turn. Everyone follows Sonic to do a powerful team attack. This move deals 5 damage 3 times, but applies the attack of each person attacking. This is forced on one target and cannot be split up.
When this used to be like mini crits damage 8 times or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
no, I
like
swear
that.
this used
I
to
think it's
revolve
kind of
around.
bad now, actually, since like, could it just have each of these 3 people do a 3 FP move for 5 damage?
Good.
Why is it 5? Yeah, this is just genuine garbage, huh?
Yeah. Oops. Oh well. Anyways, Birthright. Yes.
What?
So just for this, I think the character makes it into anything goes. That is an overpowered birthright.
No!
And
Stop this!
It's like
What is this?
Final
Garfield.
Smash.
This isn't even funny!
Final Smash deals 1.5x your POW 5 times, rounded down, and inflicts dizzy on the opponent for 3 turns. You need a turn to recharge after doing this.
Actually, that BP cost is misleading.
It's a final smash. Stop giving your final smashes downside.
Swap SD code, we need you to rate this final smash.
Yeah, it's bad.
I didn't expect that to come from that one I missed. Anyway, I don't...
Thank you for your outfit swap
Thanks,
SD
TG.
code. Your paycheck will be in the mail.
In case everybody forgot, TG is still here.
Alright, where are we ranking Sonic Chronicles?
I'm going to just go with my gut and say, are you?
Yeah,
that
honestly,
sounds about
they've
right.
got
Yeah,
they've
that
got
sounds
kinda
about
just-
right.
funny things.
Damage a lot of times, and like the moves, the support moves are just bad. Triple Tornado
I mean,
is
I
just
think-
bad.
1 plus POW and Chaser for 1 turn, but if you want to make the move actually good, we more than double the cost.
You know, I hate this move for an entirely different reason.
Why do you hate the move?
Mega Man called. He wants his name back.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
true.
God.
It's probably just stolen from Sonic Chronicles, though.
Sonic
I
has
mean,
later
yeah,
just
it is
stated
stolen-
course.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it is directly stolen from Sonic Chronicles, but still.
Mega Man wants his name back.
Go yell at the devs.
Sonic
Anyways,
gets sued.
before we go on to Thrash Machine, let's take a quick look at Tainted Cylindril.
I actually have to go with that now. But it was
to
nice sticking around.
whose doc was completely deleted by Pencil. But give a quick rundown. Basically, the idea was Tainted Cylindril has no special moves of their own, but starts with 9 BP.
Oh, jeez.
We
That
ended
is-
up rejecting them because because at the time, Cylindril's badges were not limited by they didn't have a durability system or anything, so it was kind
I
of
think
just
you were gonna let it through
Is there
originally,
just
but Pencil
division?
himself had to reject it.
yeah.
That's
it's
it. Can we get a
Connection
good look at? Can we get a good look at that rejection reason though?
Yeah. I'm not reading that whole thing.
What's wrong? You don't want to read the Yu-Gi-Oh text box?
But yeah, Tainted Cylindril kind of just. The thing is, you could probably just bring Tri Attack and then just have like 4 extra BP for whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason we did not accept this
I'm sorry I
character.
didn't want to, Elizabeth. If you still can remember that name. But I'm afraid you
Anyways,
can listen for-
next up, Thrash Machine. Now this character is wild, so strap in.
The balance session for this took an hour.
What the fuck did I miss?
Oh,
Oh,
I-
this one.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
here for this.
Right. So you get before the match starts, you choose a head, a body, and okay, that's I believe that should be like wheels or whatever, and then you get then you choose a color for each of those parts. So, given that there's 4 options for each of these 3 areas, and there's 6 colors, let me that's a good 72 special moves, I believe.
Balancing this was a pain. I respect
Yeah.
Velcro for actually going ahead and following through with this whole kit, though.
Now, have they ever actually used it?
I think
They
so,
actually
yes.
have.
Yeah, they have used it.
Multiple times, I think.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's. I'm not sure how the results have been, though.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it at
I
least
think
twice.
I think I fought against Thrash Machine in like PvP once, where where basically Velcro kind of stunned me every other turn, but then they stopped doing that, so I ended up winning.
To give it complete credit, though, they did more than Hotel Mario and Bulbo EX. So that partially was attributed to the fact that Bulbo EX was immune to the one main attacking move that guy had.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
How was I supposed to know he was going to be immune to fire?
Skill issue. You should have had flammable. Anyway. Yeah, this
yeah,
is
you got
just a lot.
yeah, let's see here. You got laser snipe, which is 2 fixed damage and some kind of status. Boomerang blade, which is 2 accurate damage and some kind of status. Usually. Flame sweep, which is 1 AoE damage, but since it's fire based, it doesn't affect people with fire shield.
Unless you're red.
But and then it also does a bunch of other things.
Wait, hold on.
Hunker-
What the hell?
Huh?
Hold on. I want to just mention this because why is the effect different between electric and ice? That messes with
What?
my OCD so much. One of them just changes it to an ice attack, and the other makes it electric and fire. Pick a lane, please. My OCD.
Oh jeez.
I'm going to yell at I'm going to yell at Velcro.
Yep. Anyways,
Imagine if it did electric and fire damage, but it inflicted an ice status.
You
Either way.
got Hunker Down, which is Def Up, along with some other positive status. Roll Out, which is 2 priority damage that also generally gives a positive status to an ally. Or not an ally, self. Big Shot, which is 3 piercing damage and negative status.
They said the funny. They said the
What the
funny.
Star Stomp,
Stomp.
which is 3 damage on a target and 1 damage to others of one's choice, and also does a
3
bunch
damage,
of
3 points splash damage.
things. Wheel, which is quick attack. 3 priority damage with some status or other move traits. Missile Tackle, which is 3 damage on 1 foe and 1 damage to 2 other targets, which I think one of the other ones has, but whatever. And it default, and then all the Thrash Machine stuff has you get the quick switch, which lets you switch out parts with the other unchosen parts during battle. Only 1 part may be swapped at a time. They specialize in 3-turn cooldown. Birthright. Yeah. Yet bonuses depending on which kind of which sets you have out. Let's see here. Laser wheel and A wheel give you a fire shield for 3 turns, or fireproof if you prefer.
So bad.
Laser tank tread gives you base attack plus 1 damage. Okay.
The rage band strats.
Wait,
sword-
hold on. You misread. You have to remember that Rage Band does not affect base attack modifiers.
Shut
it
up,
like-
nerd. Shut up.
Sword
Am I
Wheel
wrong,
Thread
though?
makes the field
Elegance,
restore 2
more
extra FP.
Oh lord.
Sword Wheel and
Yeah,
Sneak gives priority on all attacks for 3 turns. Or basically just speed up for 3 turns, pretty much. Flame Plane and Sneak gives makes a field restore 1 HP. Flame Tank and A-Wheel give 3 turns of Ice Shield for entering the battle. Honestly, just bring Ice Shield, but whatever. And then if you have all 3 duck parts, you can just freely switch your parts to something more useful.
Which is
So
fun.
as much as I hate to say it, I think the duck bonus might be the best because I'm pretty sure this means that as long as you have a duck part equipped, you may swap your
No,
body parts freely.
No, it's a set
No, you
bonus.
need to have all 3 duck parts.
Oh,
I mean,
the
like,
duck
I
bonus.
think Sword Plane Tread is like the only one.
yeah, like if TG was still here,
It's
he'd
pretty sneaky.
absolutely kill me for saying this. But if the duck bonus does not work the way I think it does, then Elegant is clearly the best one.
Yeah,
I mean, Sword Wheel
that seems
Sneak
to be
has
the-
like,
I don't think any of these are
funny.
particularly worth it.
Yeah, none of these are worth the 3 BP you're paying for Birthright, all things considered.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Sword
the
Plane Tread seems fine enough.
like Cool and Hot are literally like worse
Useless.
than literally worse than the shields, which already aren't very good. And even the best one, Sword Plane and Tread, is technically only 2 BP if you're going off normal appeal costs, though being able to break limits as shown by Demon Heart is fucking nuts.
Yep.
Hmm.
Anyways,
So,
then there's the final smash, Giga Thrash. Does 6 damage and inflicts courage on allies for this turn and next. Changes attack type and element to physical and none for during the duration.
This is lame.
Yeah, this is pretty lame.
So, anyways, I feel like. So, for the tier list discussion, I have to point out it has like 72 moves, right?
Yes.
Well,
I don't-
since actually less than that, since I didn't realize at first that one of the parts were duck parts, but
So,
that's still
now
54.
that that's mentioned, how many of those 54 moves are good?
I'll be charitable and say probably about half of them.
But how often are you really going to be able to switch into those moves? Because bear in mind that. Hold on, what was the move called again? Quick Switch is only one part of the time on a 3-turn cooldown.
Right.
I'm gonna just
I
go
will
ahead and
note
say
though
this
that you
is-
can start with whatever loadout you want.
But, like, I'm not too sure there's many good loadouts is the main thing. All of those good loadouts actually really do too much, since I've noticed a few overcost things in the pile, which I'd say I probably should have caught when I was initially balancing this, but there was like 54 options.
Oh yeah, make your excuses.
There's 54 of these. I can't
I
catch
know.
all of it.
Simply get good.
No one else was helping me with this balance session, I think.
Wait, hold on. This is a question that's actually rather important. Is your color a part? No, it's not. You're just stuck with the color for the rest of the battle. Pick wisely.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, I imagine if you switch out a part, you'd also change its color.
Probably.
I don't hope so.
Green nature.
And you.
So, yeah,
wouldn't
where
say-
do you want to put Thrash Machine? I'm kind of feeling like probably like I don't know. I'm not sure, just because like
I'm not feeling this
it's-
character, honestly. I'm not
neither
feeling
am
it
I,
too
but,
much.
like, I don't know.
Yeah,
man. I can see maybe like I want to say Aryu
I'm-
just for like the sheer amount of options because like it's hard to like at the very
It's hard
if
to be
nothing
bad
else,
with
most
so
of the moves are
much.
at least if nothing else, there's probably at least one semi decent combo in here.
Yeah, we just.
Just with
It's
how
hard
many
to say
parts
unless
there
we
are
want to do an
options.
entire hour trying to dissect every single Thrash Machine option.
Either
That's
way,
gonna-
it's.
That's gonna be what happens when we run out of normal episodes. We dissect Thrash Machine combo viability.
I think
Yeah,
Aryu's a good place for
I mean,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Aryu because like at the very least, I don't think like it's at the very least, I don't see. I think the amount of options is still a good thing, in just for viability.
So, anyways, can we go look at Blimp's second meta progressor?
Oh boy.
Audit line. I don't even
This
remember
one's
this
even
one.
funnier.
Yeah, so. Have fun.
Let's just take a look at this passive here. During the battle, Audit line will audit the enemy's actions and abilities on paper. This will have effect at the end of battle. If the enemy wins, the papers are lost, destroyed, and no new moves are gained. If Audit line or its allies win, its Audit line writes down a move, and that move is gained. This move is not a complete copy, instead it is a custom move based on the enemy's moves and abilities. Moves gained are kept forever, move copying will be explained a bit later on, yada yada. And
A
Audit line's
second.
4 special moves actually move the gain. As previous battles and can be used, yada yada. The owner of the enemy gets to decide what moves Audit lines get. If they can't do that, then the player Audit line. Playing Audit line makes moves it. Remember, moves are based on enemy's abilities, are designed around that, not a complete move copy. Weird. I mean,
So I
this
feel
feels kind of like a thing Mega Man has, except it's just.
I feel like it's worth explaining the lore here because I think we already explained most of it during the Arrhenius ballot session, but after 2 weeks of not having Arrhenius accepted, Blimp decided to put a second meta progressor in.
A
And this
second
had
meta
put
progressor has
Triggered
to-
onto it. And Triggered is an extremely broken status, which sets your minimum power to 3. Oh boy, do you have Yoshi Pound? It does 12 damage now. What are you gonna do about it?
And
Yes.
also, it's NFT drawing. How funny and relevant.
How
Get
topical
a
is that?
status name triggered.
Like, if
I
there was any
believe
other
the
reason
idea
not
was
to
that it was
trust
the inversion
Blimp
to
with the meta
Amazed.
progressor, it's that.
Oh.
But anyways, I feel like there's one other very
Thank
important
you.
note of this character, which I dislike a lot. Go read The Deepest Secret.
Oh wait, hold
Hold on,
on.
it's in the bio. It's in the bio. We can read the rejection reason in the moment.
What?
Right, so Hotline's gonna make a move copy art. While I still probably get rejected, I should stop being so pessimistic. Also, Hotline makes moves that are based on their character's skill. Our deepest secret. He's 19 years old, but his cursed looked at. Oh my fucking god.
I know, right?
Holy
Oh.
crap, it's a Fire Emblem dragon. Ugh.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong there.
If only Ruby was still here.
Yeah.
This is literally just Fire Emblem.
So, yeah, okay.
Self Wizard Money Gang.
Alright, now we're getting into the April Fool's characters, which, starting off with Don Bongo.
Don Bongo, let's go!
Yeah!
Good.
So, yes.
Oh
we
shit,
have,
it's Don Bongo.
This
We
will
got
be
Bouncing Blubber. He gains airborne for a turn, then either hits 2 foes for 3 POW or 1 foe for 5 POW. This does seem kind of bad, but whatever. Fool's Blunder. With priority, parries the next attack, fooling the opponent for 2 turns. All FP costs of the opponent are increased by 2. If you miss a move, this status refreshes its timer.
You've been fooled!
Yeah, fool.
trolled.
What a foolish fool we got here.
Right, so anyways, Lips of Rubber. Don Bongo gains huge for 2 turns, but takes 4 self-damage. If this move is used by an opponent somehow, Don Bongo still takes the recoil damage. If this move is used 3 times over a match, all users of the move die immediately, and the battle is declared in favor of the survivor. A tie if all participants die, or it just keeps going.
I mean, it counters SD card if they ever face them after SD card wins. Just make it play the card.
The restriction is pretty restricting. It's pretty restricting,
SD
but the
card.
birthright does fix it.
We finally got counterplay.
The
This
SD
just
card
feels bad,
counter.
though.
We have to just pull from the darkest crevices of the low tiers just to deal with SD card.
Anyways, Toadies. Summon a Toady with 4 HP, 1 pound, 0 death. And then special move just inflicts Fooled on a foe for 2 turns.
Trolled.
Birthright, basically just makes Lips of Rubber usable.
It does make a huge difference with you.
Finally! That said, the lips no longer cause death, so it loses all funny value.
Anyways,
Actually, wait, hold on.
Smash.
I just realized something. So if you give Don Bongo Anarchy, would it technically be the opponents getting? Would it technically qualify the opponents for death if the Lips of Rubber power buffs given to them?
The
well,
Axanon
it has
Don
to be-
Bongo.
I believe
Chord of
it
defeat.
specifically says the user of the move, so like, I think that is still Don Bongo.
Done.
Charles says
There will
that
be
Don
a
Bongo's
point where
front smash
Anarchy
is
just
better than
enables
Bongo's.
instant death one day.
We
We
agree.
just need to find where.
Yes.
I
Well,
mean, I
anyways.
think for any of the like, okay, get a bunch of POW boosts, but you die when you lose them.
Yeah. April Fools. The final smash. It just instantly enacts the code muncher clause. All April Fool's characters may join the fray on the team side, and Lips of Rubber Nova grants critical.
I want to bear in mind that there's like 10 April Fool's characters.
Yeah.
The squad.
But bear in mind the opponent also gets 10 April Fool's characters.
Well, yeah, but Don Bongo is better because he's the leader.
I mean, completely.
He's the leader of the bunch.
Imagining the anarchy that's going to occur from this.
He's the leader of the bunch.
Yeah.
You know him well.
Straight up just spawning
Yeah.
20 characters is actually pretty insane.
Wait, so are they all level 8 too?
I'm not
Yes.
sure. I mean,
No, they're level 9.
Wait, hold on. One more thought. You attach badge wind-up to Don Bongo's final smash.
Oh,
oh,
Christ.
jeez. I mean, honestly, I feel like FS meter is enough.
We need more, LK.
Regardless, funny things aside, I don't think this character is good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I feel like if we do put him in the lower tiers, we're gonna have to ban Master Soul with it specifically just to avoid the April Fool's scenario every single match with them.
I mean, bouncing Glover is kind of just a bad attack with airborne attached. Fool's Blunder is, this looks like a counter actually. So like, the opponent has to hit Don Bongo for this to work. Lips of Rubber is it's like massive recoil that only gives you huge for 2 turns, and then Don Bongo can just die from using it too much.
That is
Like,
The
and yeah,
funny-
sure, you can do stuff with soft cop. Sure, soft copiers might be funny this way, but like, there's like 5 of those total, and I don't think any of them are gonna be in this size tier. And then Tony's isn't exactly great either.
good.
And like, even if he is against the soft copy, you're like, the soft copier can just not copy this move, or like, even if they're forced to, they can just not use the move, you know?
Okay, but what if they inflict possessed on the soft copier?
There's like one way of doing that.
And
I mean, it's a
worth it
thought.
for the sheer
I
comedic
feel like this
potential.
guy's Enyo.
The first person to actually pull off killing someone else with Lips of Rubber, though, they will be getting the Don Bongo badge.
True.
Yes. Anyways, good thing. Next up, we have Kirby from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch.
It's Don Bongover.
Good.
So let's see here. We've got Inhale, which lets you copy someone's first special move, until Kirby takes 10 total damage, anyways.
So the main question is, how many characters have the best move as special move 1?
Not a lot, I imagine.
What's
I will
like
note
that
that I believe
SD card?
Kirby's SD card's first special move is basic data, which is good, but it's not like blank card or anything.
No, which one of your characters is the one that has like the goofy one at like the first move? I forget. I thought it was one of the
Tainted SD card. Because that
one.
Tainted SD card has Badge Wisp as his first move, which would
Oh
probably
dear
be,
lord!
which would probably be cracked on Kirby because Kirby doesn't
God
have
help
Tainted
us
SD cards
all.
passive.
Yeah, funny.
Regardless,
Okay.
soft copiers are good.
Very.
Anyways, Hammer Flip. 8 damage to one target after a turn of charge, or for 2 turns of charge, deals 11 piercing fire damage.
That feels a bit strong. I made a look at the piercing here.
Yeah, I think
Just simply
comparing it to
dodge.
wind-up attack, this is a little bit underpriced. Because, yeah, you get wind-up attack, which is same cost, but only deals 10 normal damage.
I'm pretty sure 11 piercing is a lot more.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyways, Final Cutter. Try attack, with the final hit being projectile.
Only the final hit. No more hits. So if you have boost, only the last hit.
Yes.
Actually,
Well,
it'd be
I mean,
boost
boost doesn't
charge.
really... Well, whatever. Stone. Deal 6 fixed damage to a foe and gain Petrified and Courage until the end of next turn.
Bypasses all immunities except allergic.
Birthright. Kirby can choose to instead immediately inhale someone without them attacking him. Probably useful.
Good. Going on.
And then Final Smash. Ultra Sword. Deals 9 piercing damage to someone and inflicts deep cut for 5 turns, bypassing all immunities.
That's a lot of damage. That's 24. Jeez.
And then
geez.
Eden's Blessing is just if Kirby is not damaged for the whole turn, the bobber explodes, dealing 5 piercing damage to the entire enemy team. The item can only be bought once, but it only disappears from Kirby's inventory when it successfully explodes.
So in theory, you just spam it until it actually does explode and kill the enemy team.
I mean, that's wasting
In
a lot
theory.
of money.
This moveset sure is Kirby from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this has one big thing over base Kirby. It has a consistent move set you can actually make good use of.
Yeah,
That's
I think
true.
this is unironically better than base Kirby.
Yeah, no. Like base Kirby.
As
Like,
much
yeah,
as I
no.
like base Kirby's kits, this is kind of just better just by merit of being a lot more consistent.
And of
Base
course, he's the
Kirby when I
aforementioned
sign
Sega
up as a
Synergy.
sleepy character and he instantly dies.
So,
And it's,
yeah, do we want to put... do we think Kirby from Smash is better than... is like a full tier above OG Kirby, though?
I feel like it depends
I'm not
on
sure
the
on that
same
one,
Halo
actually.
gets.
I just know it's better.
Yeah, no. Like, Inhale is funny. Hammer Flip is, like, it's a charge move. Final Cutter is that. Stone probably hurts more than it helps a lot of the time.
I think it's just missing that extra oomph that needs to go into the high tiers.
Yeah, alright, I'll put him in UU.
Your boy is under you.
Next up, we've got Gamer Meltan.
Oh, hey, there's an actual story for
thought-
this one.
I thought
So
you were gonna
anyways,
say
has
Gamer
anyone
Man.
here heard of PK's Pokey Survivor? Or have I
No.
ever told this tale? So basically, I used this guy in a camp. I got pretty far in that camp, and I made it to the final 4, right? And then I was given the win due to some circumstances, and given that I actually won the final challenge, it just gave me the win there. So it's been a year after the fact, right? PK Rocker immediately goes back and restarts the whole thing and revokes my win in it.
Wow.
It even revoked the whole... I was supposed to also get the choice to eliminate someone due to winning the challenge, and they took that away too. So the person I was going to target otherwise basically just got to win the whole camp for free because PK Rocker just wanted a new, different finale. I'm probably explaining it not as well, but it's kind of infuriating to just have an entire win revoked from me a year after the fact.
Yeah, that does feel kind of bad.
Say Gamer Meltan without the Elt.
I think I probably explained it better in Doubles Empire, but it irritated me a lot.
I can understand why.
I like the
Anyways,
character though, so I had to bring him over here.
Yep. So, yeah. you got a passive. Whenever Meltan stores a KO, he gets +2 power for 3 turns, unaffected by Status Plus and being unremovable. Meltan still has 4 moves, and this passive does take up a move slot, so you might not always bring it. But hey, it's there.
It's funny.
360 no scope.
This is so epic.
If Melton has not attacked this turn, after everyone moves, Melton will jump in the air and 360 no scope the target, dealing 10 accurate damage to them. I think this feels kind of good actually, since if sure it has the weakness of you could still be attacked, it's still 10
Yeah.
accurate damage with
If you-
only 1 turn.
If you can account for it, then you can get some good damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Breaking shot.
Cops.
3 piercing damage and broken for 2 turns. Or if used against someone with a shield, instantly destroy the shield and give the guy behind the shield -1 death for the rest of the turn. Mountain
stuff.
Dew and Doritos. Lots of Dews either munch on the ships or drink the soda using this, each doing something different. Mountain Dew is free to drink, restores 3 FP. Doritos cost 1 FP and restore 3 HP. The moves do scale with appeal and focus, but after 3 uses, Meltan will run out of supply and have to spend a turn to get the supplies back.
I think it built in does help. We'll note low level leaves where it let me just skip running appeal entirely with that.
Yep. Then Facade deals 4 damage, but if Meltan has a negative status, that does +3 damage.
Poison
So,
strats.
yeah, poison strats.
Poison strats.
And then Final Smash. Gamer Melton leaves the field for 3 turns, and then returns as Gamer Meltal.
Hold on, there's another story behind this. There's another story behind this one. Let me just grab the entry.
I see. Anyways, first right. Melton can now give Doritos and Mountain Dew to allies, and can use the move 2 more times before needing to restock.
Yeah.
And then Edith's Blessing
It
makes the 360 no scope and breaking shot deal 3 fixed damage to targets adjacent to the main target, so that's cool.
Not sure how good the kit is, but I think it could do some funny things.
Yeah, there's some funny things here, definitely. Kill Streak, notably, is probably good against summoners.
Yeah. I want to find a place where I can
matchup.
actually make good use of that.
But anyways, where do we want to put Gamer Meltan?
Hmm.
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 Think.wav.
Blows up both things with a ballistic missile.
I mean,
I think maybe like Yu.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm kind of feeling like probably like low OU or high UU on this one.
I'm thinking probably leaning towards Yu. He's got some
Yeah,
good
right.
stuff.
I'm leaning a bit towards UU. Maybe if Killstreak proves worthy, then we can come back to this.
Yeah, if Killstreak proves a certified funny moment.
I will get the good
Honestly, the main
Killstreak
thing
play
that-
eventually. I swear.
Yeah, the main thing I'm saying with Kill Streak is just, if you happen to get the summer, you can use that +2 power to make killing the next guy even easier. So,
I imagine it could also be pretty funny with Deconstructor's Might.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
geez,
next up we've got Sans Undertale.
There he is.
This is
So-
funny.
This passive. So,
Okay.
instead of getting more HP, Sans dodges attacks. Of course. he can even dodge accurate attacks, but doing that consumes up 2 of his dodges and stuff. And if he gets dodge statuses, he he doesn't get the status, but he just gets extra dodges added to his count. And Brain of Confusion just kind of acts like a mini zap tap for him. And he can't equip a lot of badges, basically anything that gives him that would give him more HP. Or soul HP. And Recoil also drains his FP instead, so yeah.
I'm just hearing all this passive with just the Sans text. Like, how there's that.
Hey, Peter.
Anyways, also caffeinated and mega caffeinated work a little differently. Which, honestly, mega caffeinated might be a little too good, but considering considering the plays I've seen on some people with mega caffeinated, it's probably fine.
If you're bringing Everlasting Coffee with Sans, you better be getting some good value out of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, and if that wasn't enough, Sans also has a unique passive for it when he attacks other people, too. You see, he can only ever do 1 damage at a time. But any damage that would be lost due to this is instead turned into karma. Karma is basically like poison, but if you get too much of it, you'll take a bunch of damage at once. So, I think this part of his passive is kind of just a negative, but considering how good his dodging all attacks is, essentially, I think it balances out.
I mean, it's canon.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, special move 1, just, he goes to sleep for 3 turns, and each turn he's asleep, he gets an extra dodge.
Good.
Anyways, Bone. Deals 3 damage to all foes. Or rather, it just deals 1 damage and gives him some karma. And he can't do this twice in a row.
Done.
Pretty good for the cost, though.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Is Undertale where the asterisk space thing comes from? That we use in formatting? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Goobies.
Grobies. You get +1 power for 3 turns, a 5 HP shield, or +1 efficiency for 3 turns. And you have to use each of them once before you can use any of them again. And for 3 FP more, you can give someone else the same thing Sans is getting out of this.
Those two are good, but I'm pretty sure the efficiency is grossly over cost.
Yeah, oh well.
Yeah.
Be able to give 2 people a 5
and then there's Slam, which is one fixed accurate damage twice to a foe.
I mean, it does things.
Yeah.
Birthright just gives him an extra version of Bone, which deals +1 damage, but doesn't work if the foe is immobilized or just chooses to do nothing. It's basically just a buff to Bone, but
Yeah. You never know, the opponent might just be T-posing on you.
Eden's Blessing. Steal 100 coins from a foe, or just get 100 coins. And the final smash. Sans does nothing. That's it.
Wait, so can you actually just leave the fight without anything happening after the final smash?
Can't believe blue bones don't work against this.
Imagine me bringing this to a boss fight.
The community pit becomes forever unusable.
Yeah,
everybody's just
they're just waiting for Sans to take his turn,
Everybody's just spamming Sans in pit lobby the moment the episode drops.
God.
It's the only meta now. Because you can't kill Sans before he uses his final smash most of the time.
When Sans did nothing in his boss fight, what ended up being the solution to that?
Basically, after about 3 minutes, if nobody sent any messages for 3 minutes, he fell asleep. And at that point, you can attack him.
Incredible.
Wasn't somebody literally writing up a new code?
People were not very good at being quiet during that boss fight. Originally, it was 5 minutes, but we realized that we decided to shorten it to 3 minutes after 10 minutes passed, with it still not having happened.
Imagine if they just kept going.
I should have just kept talking to be an asshole.
Okay,
I'm
coming back
surprised that
after.
went on as honestly. I'm kind of surprised that went on as long as it did.
Like,
like,
okay, just comes back 2 hours later. They still haven't had any point where they triggered the sleeping.
yeah. I'm glad. I am glad I got that off sooner because Chow would have definitely. Chow
He-
definitely would not have shut up. I'm just gonna say that much.
If I recall, like they were trying to write a whole new turn where they kill Sans.
Yeah, and no, that I would not have accepted that.
I mean, it would have been
Anyways,
funny to be fair.
I can't
anyways,
believe you guys.
that aside, where do we want to put Sans?
Alright,
This
so I
class
feel that
alone
if
is just
Gigi was here,
absolutely
he'd be
nuts.
yelling at us to put it in anything goes with no questions asked.
Yeah,
This is true.
okay.
Ubers I can see an argument for.
Yeah,
I
no.
think here's
Yeah,
the
I
main
definitely see
thing.
an argument for Ubers.
Sans doesn't have anything really going for him on his own. Then you look at the badge list, given the fact that it's kind of hard to stop Sans from actually doing anything.
Yeah, the main thing is like, on one hand, in theory, Sans should be roughly as durable as a normal character, which, since he generally has less dodges than most people have HP, but like, he's still. The thing is, he dodges attacks. That means you can't ever inflict a negative status on him, which is very, very good, as we've established.
He can
Yeah,
last for quite a
true.
while. The main thing is actually finding something for him to do on the battlefield. Because Karma's not going to be doing too much to the opponent.
TG said a few times I think Sans is a pretty good item character, but I can see that honestly.
Which is
Yeah.
funny, given that Sans does not really have anything for the item build, aside from the fact that he can't be killed.
I mean, there's the Eden's Blessing, but that is waste 125 coins to get 100 coins.
Perfect.
It goes
Yeah.
positive after 2 village gifts, but at the same time, like, there's better ways to use that. Better ways to use your BP.
Yep. But I don't know. Honestly, I feel like Sans might just be an Ubers just for the dodging part of his passive alone. Because, like, sure,
Like, yeah, no.
he generally doesn't do a lot on the field, but like, he's a constant presence. It's very hard to get rid of him, especially if you don't have any multi hits.
I mean, not doing too much on the field would make you passive, though, which doesn't really give you, it doesn't. How much does Sans contribute to a normal match?
I sentence you to fighting Sans without multi-attack.
No!
And like, I would like to point out that like Sans, it is possible for Sans to do more than 1 damage per attack, since if he brings a multi hit, that multi hit will hit multiple times for 1 damage, and then some karma.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling Ubers too much due to the whole thing that he can't really do too much damage wise.
Have you seen
I
him
guess
in
that's the main thing that he can really do,
Squall
but like,
ZX?
I mean, yeah, I'm stumbling on my words a little bit. It just feels like he relies on badges a lot to get anything done. Is the main thing.
I mean, yeah.
There is a lot you can get done.
I mean, yeah, but like the fact that he could just kind of sit there, like the dodges just don't really have a lot of the same counters that normal HP does. So like, what are you gonna do?
I mean,
Like, it's a very
I know we knocked the
weird.
game Caleb for this, but like, it's like he's still. I mean, the thing is, like, it's not even just that he's on. It's like, unlike with Game Killer, it's not even just that he's unkillable. He's unkillable, and he also does damage over time. A lot of damage over time.
You
Yeah,
know,
like-
I know it's funny talking about unkillable on the guy with literally 1 HP, but
Just simply use accurate attacks. I don't get it.
yeah, if I'm talking nonsense, then fair. It's just
Like,
I feel
yeah,
like-
no, like, I mean, I don't think his moves are useless either. Like, I mean, Nap, yeah, that's kind of bad, all things considered, besides getting the dodges. But, like, Bone is a pretty good multi-attack. Grillbees, even with Ketchup being under cost, it still has some pretty decent things for cheap. And Slam, yeah, free damage. Like, he's definitely a very not particularly threatening fighter. Like if he was a normal character, I think he'd be like solidly RU or something. But because of the way that you can't deal with him quickly, the fact that he doesn't deal with you quickly starts mattering so much less.
Yeah, exactly. Like most kids, Sans just plays the game so much differently than any other character. Because like, you can't kill him fast. He can't kill you fast. You have to play Sans' game to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like the closest you could do to a rush down is like, I don't know, try attack on a character, like an accurate try attack. And even then that's still like not exactly the best counter because he could totally just, do other things to annoy you.
Yeah, he can just pull up a shield just to. I mean, he can pull up a shield. He doesn't dodge while he has a shield up, so like you can just shield the try attack or whatever, and like
And
accurate try attack. It's not insta kill on him. Like he still has a bunch of dodges.
I mean, I
Like-
suppose.
like that's the thing, just being a passive character matters less because of the way that his dodges work. That I think he does genuinely earn his way into Ubers. As much as
Yeah.
it sounds weird with a moveset that's this kind of, all of things considered, not very impressive, combined with the passive, they're playing such a different game that these actually become very useful tools for Sans.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey.
and like
It's
I
true.
would also like to mention Sans has a lot of badge interactions. Like most notably with dodge badges, because those ones give him a lot more dodges, or Brain of Confusion gives him basically makes attacking him make you take damage.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like he earns Ubers hilariously enough.
I feel like it's at least a valid criticism, though. The whole
Yeah, no,
needs
he's
bad.
not perfect. He's not perfect. There are ways around it, but most characters just do not have a way to deal with Sans quickly. And
Probably
If I can
the
add one
bosses-
thing before we move on, though, I believe back a while ago when that whole character achievement things were going on, this was the achievement you suggested with Sans. Is there any
Yeah.
actual way to get this achievement?
yeah, just have defense or like a savior egg or something.
Doesn't Save Your Egg not work when you're at 1 HP, though? Or am I missing something?
I think because it's an
think-
item.
I think. Yes, that's a saving grade. Savior egg doesn't have that restriction. I think.
Oh. I was just
So-
wondering about that.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. Maybe just you can also have like I don't know, like Soul of Red Bones or something if you really want to run that on Sans.
I mean, you never know, man. Wait,
Yeah.
do you get dodges in that case? Or are you just at 1 HP still?
You're stuck at 1 HP still.
Done.
Yeah. Anyways, next up we have Meme Song Quartet. This is a nerd character, so I expect great things. Already, we're starting off to a great start. We got Dizzy for 3 turns for 6 FP.
Oh my
You
god.
spin me right
This is on
round,
all
baby.
posts. No wait, this is actually good. Jeez. And then What Is Love gives all opponents charmed for 3 turns, which oh god.
Holy shit.
God damn.
What about
Sandstorm,
Sandstorm?
deals. I think this is 4 piercing and blind to all foes for 1 turn, which is kind of insane, actually.
This
Holy-
character has 3 ways to make the enemy not be able to attack you.
Jesus
I
Christ.
sure love playing the game.
And
I
then
think
never gonna
Greg
give
can't
you up
play the
is
6 HP AoE,
oh, sorry, the
but
cooling cells get encouraged and heals 6 HP, but also gains 1 stack of the carrying status.
I have no idea what that does, but
negative
Ca-
priority and lowered POW if you have any POW drops.
how long does a killing last for, though?
Forever.
Oh, no, man.
Oh no.
I think we're gonna. This feels like a contender for ban tier.
Yeah, Yeah.
don't know, man. Ubu's really needed a good counterplay to SD card after he somehow managed to not get banned in last month's ban check.
I'm putting him in band
We-
tier.
I mean, this character was balanced, right?
I don't know.
No, we don't ever balance characters.
That's
Yeah,
true.
who do you think we are? The Balance Council?
What are we? Some kind of balance council?
Before jackasses in a VC at 12 in the morning.
Yeah, it looks like there was a balance on here, but looks like it was done quickly, to say the least. You got, I mean,
Bro ain't even got a birthright.
Wait, let me see who the balancer for this one was.
that was Ruby.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think the main thing is a lot of things. I feel I'm not. I mean, it looks like Sandstorm is AOE, but I'm not sure if it is or not.
I mean, it implies it is.
Yeah, regardless, I'm still putting this in band tier because this feels stupid for other reasons.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We will never get proper SD card counterplay in Ubers anytime soon, unfortunately.
Speaking of band, Zote the Mighty.
Oh,
Can we just
This
get a
is so.
quick lead
I'm
through
over-
for the 57
Alright,
precepts?
Yeah, sure.
This could have
The
been called by
57
internet dial-up,
precepts
by the
of
way.
Zote. Yeah, he
I love
specifically
internet
made it for
dial-up.
that purpose. Yeah, we got good old
A move based on whether you won your last battle or not.
But what if this is your first battle? What does it
Wait,
do
I
then?
just now realized Precept 7.
yeah, that's Destiny Bond.
A tie.
Why did he think he could get away with that?
For the bit. I mean, the main thing is it's actually kind of garbage. Because like, if in a PvP situation, they'll be like, okay, it only applies for one turn. I'm just gonna not attack them.
Okay, but imagine putting Magnetized on Zote in a boss fight and he's at 1 HP or something.
Skill issue.
I feel like I'm
Wait,
going
Precept
insane.
27 just
What is
deletes
this?
every item in play.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
from the
Wait, hold on. Precept 32, go back to Precept 32.
What constitutes a
I
similar name?
can't believe it. This is a counter
if
to
they
the
start with the same letter, obviously.
Garfield gang counterplay. I do not accept this.
Oh, good Christ.
Garfield.
Good. Oh, here comes Precept 45.
Yeah.
Disarm jumps here.
Anyways, I absolutely hate Precept 50, by the way.
What
Wow.
the hell? What?
That's
Yeah,
rude.
Precept 50 is just trolls you, obviously.
This is the
It's literally
opposite.
just a dick move.
This is the
Troll.
opposite of Pepino and Bass Pro Shops Final Smash.
Or Precept 57, which is just I think this probably kills you and the opponent at the same time, I feel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So have you ever thought about using Cycle Drive to move Precept 57 to the start?
No.
Zote literally makes another precept up on the fly, doing whatever the hell the person playing as him wants.
This is
Kill.
literally Ladder Skyne. This is so epic.
What?
Literally
Anyways,
Ladder Skyne for real, for real.
What?
Oh no.
Next up, we have Poison Gas Cloud.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hold on, let me go find
This is
the
a
doc.
problem.
He made a doc for this. I remember. I found it.
Precursor to possible form Neo.
Alright, just paste it into the thing. You can't just do that, man.
I mean, it's scary. Okay, it's scary.
And
Look
at
it.
I like how Div just copied the background, the apparent background of the doc of the poison gas cloud doc, but like did actually change the background of the doc.
Incredible.
What the shit?
Which that's certainly a look.
This is where Fishy came from, by the way.
Yeah.
Fish.
To give Nova credit, I actually do like Fishy as a.
Yeah, I just wish it wasn't called fishy, so like, you know, it could reasonably be used elsewhere, you know?
Earn rework uses exclusively fishy.
I mean,
Do
honestly, I
it.
do think fishy.
Do it, no
honestly, I
balls.
think fishy
Do it,
would
no
actually
balls.
be good with Earn, because like Earn is toxic, right? I mean, fishy probably works
Yeah.
well with that.
Yeah,
do
no,
it.
it makes the opponent want to kill themselves. A true
Well, if
staple
you're
of the
using a
curse
supernova
archetype.
character, that supernova characters do have that kind of effect, yes. Anyways, yes. Passive. It just poison gas cloud's passive, but it's for poison and piscine, which yeah.
That's useful.
Right, so you got poison spray, giving them a stack of poison for 3 turns, capping at 3 stacks, which by the way, poison. Each time you use a special move with this status active, its FP cost goes up by 1, up to the number of stacks of poison.
Poison is a very bad status, I think.
Yeah, like even if it starts at -1, this is still bad.
Yeesh. And that's this
Uh,
character's gimmick down the drain.
If someone else already has these statuses, it can use an alternate version of this move to gain in the state to transfer that status onto itself, including the turn counters. Which I mean, sure, poison gas card at least benefits from it. I feel like this is less useful than poison gas card's version though, since these statuses are used literally nowhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, like poison glass
As opposed to poison and toxic, which are used pretty widely, I think.
He's not stacking much paper with these first bits of the moveset, I'm gonna say that much.
Anyways, poison inundation. Inflict charge up for a turn, then inflict Piscine on all foes for 3 turns. Additionally, while it has its move charged up, foes that direct make contact with it will be withered for 3 turns. If a foe is poisoned when using this move, Piscine lasts 1 additional turn. And if they have Piscine already, it'll last 2 extra turns. Okay.
I'm not sure I've seen the
Fishy.
use for this one. Oh, Fishy.
Yeah, Fishy Rain. It inflicts Fishy on someone for 3 turns. So, yeah, it does things.
I mean, to give credit, I'm pretty sure this is the main reason you're ever going to be using Poison Gas Cloud.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then distributive property. Exploits are fitting for statistical distributions to affect their opponent's HP through their FP, merging them for 3 turns and giving them poison for the same duration. You see, moves like this are the ones that make me think Supernova makes the moveset and then the character.
I can't even.
The affinity for statistical distributions. What kind of bullshit is this?
Did he really just try to deny it when he has shit like Poison Fall Neo or Imaginary Number?
Supernova's just a gamer. They are the gamer.
Steadiness Shifting Timer. Pen. Literally just a pen cushion. As. Oh wait, hold on. I got one more. A status spreader portive.
Yeah, that one sucks. Anyways, Birthright. Fish Point Collection. Poison and Piscine now drain FP to Poison Gas Cloud, equal to the amount of they have raised the cost of a move by each time it is used. This cannot give Poison Gas Cloud more than 3 FP from a single action by the inflicted. Poison and Piscine now apply to attack badges. I'm Wait, did they not do that normally?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
no, I guess it was just
Oh
special
god,
moves.
no, that is terrible.
Well,
Oh
Stop,
no.
he's already dead.
It's only one move, not the whole special set.
Anyways, also all
Anyways.
instances of the word flower and derivatives will be replaced by the word fish for the battle. Baseball and the ref didn't really don't want this.
It's gonna be waived by every single ref.
that's fine.
Anyways. Fishy business. Poison gas inundates the fish battlefield with fish fumes, even getting on people's personal possessions. Fishy permanently now works on cooldowns too, making them only decrement only every other turn. For ice, however, including poison gas cloud, fish will instead cause cooldowns in specific to decrement twice every turn. Furthermore, every character on the battlefield gains fishy for 4 turns. This feels like a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeet.
My biggest takeaway from this book is that Pastel and Piscine are just very weird statuses.
Like
Yeah,
they're kind of
I think the problem with this, like, this moveset, all this moveset has is draining the opponent's FP. And it's not even very good at that.
yeah, no,
Poison and
poison.
Mesquite, like, they do jack shit, and then you just look at the birthright and see how much more worse it actually is.
Like
I
I
didn't
mean,
think
poison
we
is
were gonna get one, but like this might legitimately be a contender for ZU.
Like, what paper is this character stacking? Aside from using them for fishy lane.
The only
Like-
niche I can see this character having is being in like a squad battle and you use them to drain people's FP. But even then,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
they're
like it's
better
worth noting,
FP drainers. Okay,
even
this
though he doesn't have any like, he doesn't have contact moves, but I'm pretty sure he still loses a Knuckles matchup solely based on the fact that he doesn't do anything.
Knuckles can
yeah,
deal damage
he
at
literally
least.
loses Knuckles. Knuckles at least has a 5 damage attack. That's all he needs to beat Poison Gas Cloud.
Exactly. Does he even have any way to apply poison and Mesquite to himself?
Well, you can inflict
Clarine,
poison Piscine on,
Rutgers
on an
GF,
opponent and then
said
use.
this fucker is outclassed by pedal attack.
I still don't
probably
think
just
it's that worth it.
Just equip Thornflower.
Exactly! Hell, even if you really want the FP cost reduction that bad, Follow Saber is right there and is not that expensive to equip.
Yeah, no, this I didn't think we were gonna get another one, but yeah, no, Poison Gas God is just that bad. It's ZU.
I bring
Why would-
flower attack and I am now better than them.
Let's go.
Okay,
Why
but
would I ever
how-
run this
how-
character over Flower Attack and Thorn Flower?
I feel like it's worth mentioning though. How does this character fare in the John Arbuckle matchup?
I
Oh,
think
the
John wins
Arbuckle.
because John is funny. John
Yeah.
can restore FP.
I feel like it's worth noting that I think John Arbuckle might legitimately win because Poison Gas Cloud doesn't have anything in their base kit to deal with the John Arbuckle spamming with Birthright.
Yeah, no. John Arbuckle also has the FP restoration, so like built in. So like, and it's pretty good, I think, on John Arbuckle because it's like 6 FP or something.
Yeah, 6 FP for John.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
specifically.
the move does cost FP already, so like it I think it's more like a 4 FP net, but still.
I mean, even
Yeah,
then, after
still.
he gets a bunch of John Arbuckles on the field, he could just slap Poison Gas Cloud down.
Yeah.
Show him John's sick moves, baby.
Oh, bear in mind that Grapos buffed John, so it's going to hurt a lot.
Oh yeah, he did.
Anyways, next up we have the Fool.
You've been fooled. Wait, let's see here.
A Feeling Fine counter.
This will have grave ramifications.
I'd say at home the
Right.
trout population, but I'm pretty sure Poison Gas Cloud already killed it.
Right, so
Chocolate.
Infinity status. The Fool can stand for the beginning of endless possibilities. It uses its power to inflict any common non-uber status on anyone for 2 turns. This move cannot be used twice in a row. The Fool can actually inflict Fooled as well, but it will only last for 1 turn. 1 turn of Fooled is not good. I'll tell you that right now.
I get that it can
Yeah.
reset its duration whenever it does its thing, but like it's still
Okay,
one turn. And doesn't it tick down regardless?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Even then, the opponent could just set up on you.
Anyways,
Stay
Violence
tuned for when
Punisher.
Lucas immediately changes this after the episode drops.
Use 4 damage to a single foe, but if the target has any negative status, the attack continues, being able to hit an additional target for 2 more FP, which could ricochet again if that extra target also has a negative status, etc. Attack does 2 more FP for each target hit, and the user can choose how many targets they want the attack to hit. Seems neat.
I mean, yeah, it's neat.
Potentially it's like potentially it's a cheaper 4 damage AoE if all the opponents have negative statuses.
Yeah. The main thing is, like, I don't think the Fool is going to be able to do that too much, since Infinity status is specifically on one target, and that's the only way to really get statuses on people.
But what if they
True,
have a
but
wide
I think it's
charge?
still true, but like honestly, you could just have like an ally, or maybe just like you bring an electric gem replica.
Okay, completely fair.
Yeah. Anyways, have faith. Gives itself and a person of choice inspired for 2 turns. The Fool can target additional targets with 2 more FP each. This is pretty cheap for that effect, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jeez.
jeez.
AoE
Booster's
inspired for
Folly.
9 FP.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's overcost for its base effect, but having the ability to get 9 FP for three doses of inspired is pretty good.
Yep. Booster's Folly. Inflicts 1 stack of any form of +1 stat status except for +1 Omni for 2 turns. Even if it's unique. However, it has to choose a different status the next time it uses this move. A table stat up statuses, as well as their counterparts set down statuses, is provided below.
I think this is bad. It's only 1 stack.
Yeah, I think the only one that'd be kind of worth it would probably be like Evasion Up.
Yeah, none of
Since
these are
like you do
very
get the 1
good.
guaranteed dodge out of that. But even then,
It's 4 FP still.
yeah. True Infinity. The Fool can now also inflict any non-unique Uber status with Infinity status, but any Uber statuses inflicted last for 1 turn.
I want to point out that this is absolutely busted, because this basically just gives them the 5 FP blackout button.
Yep.
Which I think alone shoots this character up drastically, in spite of the flaws it has.
Also the 5 FP critical button.
I mean, yeah, but if you have the ability to give it to the opponent, which lets all your allies take advantage of that damage taken, like, wouldn't you do that instead?
Probably. Anyways.
I'm just saying, blackout ends up looking better than critical if the boss allows it. And if it
Usually,
doesn't
yeah.
allow it, just give critical to your allies. Simple as that.
Anyways, full potential. The Fool unlocks its true power, giving itself +1 Omni permanently and +1 Omni for 2 turns to its allies. A certain opponent also gains Blackout, Tired, and Deep Cut, the Unholy Trinity, for 4 turns each.
Holy shit.
Screw this
Oh.
person in particular.
Holy
Yeah,
crap,
that
Lois,
person is
I'm in
dying.
Fortnite.
So I do think.
Yes.
Wait, my Unholy Trinity had Immobilized instead of Tired.
If you're prepared before using this as
Florida man said kikai 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 kikai.
Thank you. Thank you, Cherry.
Thank you, Cherry. Very cool.
Geeky.
So, yeah, this character is, wild, to say the least.
As much as that, like, it has good stuff. Like, it feels like Birthright True Infinity is killing this character. And even then, Infinity status is pretty good alone for its versatility.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, Bounce Punisher and Have Faith. Booster's Folly isn't that great, but, like, Bounce Punisher and Have Faith are still decent moves, too.
But it's just that one move and its attached Birthright that makes this character stupid.
If you're being Birthright
Yeah, I
Uber
think this
Plus,
is
you get
Ubers.
critical into allies.
Is
for
this
two
Ubers?
turns.
I think this is Ubers.
And bear in mind, if Doom ever becomes a common status, God help us all.
Well, I mean, Captain Phantom is probably getting a boss fight at some point in Crusade, so, it's only a matter of time, really.
Oh, good heavens.
The Fool just immediately just rolls up to every fight, applies 1 turn Doom, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, next up we've got the Monica.
Let's
Uh,
see here. I recall this character for exactly one reason. They dunked a Defend Plus into the Overseer's Spear. The opponent's Defend Plus.
yeah, that's a funny thing you can do. I remember this character for a different reason.
Oh, right. How's Plumber Burrow
Reality
doing
stuff.
after that, by the way?
Not well.
Well, that is just a opponent counter. Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Overseer Sphere. V-Monica permanently focuses the badge into a green sphere in front. This badge is entirely eaten up and removed from play for the rest of the game. She can either take your own or an ally's badge with permission from the ally. After completely removing the badge, V-Monica gains BP times 3 FP. If she eats a peel, she restores 3 FP. But if she eats Lucky Day, she restores 21.
Yummy
Okay,
badge.
so picture the scenario. Somebody just cleared all of Caleb's challenge menu, and they finally get to try out Contractor Omega. They hear all the rumors about how this badge is absolutely F tier, but they still want to use it anyways, just to see how it works. So they did do the full clear, right? They queue up into the lobby, and somebody shows up with Vigilante Monica. On turn 5, they instantly steal the Contractor Omega with Soul Phelan and dunk it in the Overseer's Spear, restoring 45 FP.
Yep. So yeah, Reality Sniper. Well, Trojan is a bit niche, but very good when it works. Weekend is a lot more common, and also very good when it works.
Screw this opponent in particular. You will now not be able to do any extra effects.
I will note that V-Monica's moves are all 8 FP aside from Overseer Sphere, so she definitely needs that FP restoration from it.
Yeah.
Either that or Thorn Ring. Either way works.
Fortune File.
Yep.
Done.
Ribbon Jacks. Try attack but inflicts debilitated for 2 turns.
Really annoying.
Yep.
Yes, pretty good.
Emerald Execution deals 4 fixed damage and inverts all positive statuses on the targets.
Only positive. Oh.
Fun for the whole family.
Birthright. Queenly Willpower. V-Monica can apply a buff depending on their badge removed. The buff goes to the owner of the badge. Piercing for 3 turns, HP Regen for 4 turns. Holy Mantle, every region for 4 turns. +1 power, +1 death for 2 turns. Immune for 2 turns. Rainbow for 1 turn. Shard for build up +3. And efficiency up for 3 turns.
Yes, this is pretty good.
Some neat little stuff. And I think it also just helps due to the fact that you're going to be using that a lot. And by the seams of it, you will be allowed to take your allies' badges to do the job too.
Yep.
So if your allies have anything they particularly don't have use for, why not go get the FP?
The way I see it, have an ally bring Master Soul and then just eat, and then after you use it, eat it to give them Rainbow and restore like 24 FP or whatever it is. 18. I think it's 18 FP, yeah.
That's a lot of FP, so yeah, sure, why not?
So yeah. Vigilante Monica seems to have some pretty good stuff. Though
It has FP Guzzler Syndrome, but it has a way around it, but said way around it is does end up hurting you some way. Also, I want to point out that Overseer Spear has a 4-turn cooldown. I just now saw that.
oh yeah, true.
Fair enough.
To be fair, you probably wouldn't want to be spamming that anyways, but that is there.
Yeah. It's their main way of restoring FP for the high cost move, so I feel like it's worth mentioning.
Yeah. Anyways, where do we want to put her? This is a weird character, I'm gonna say that much.
I'm not sure.
I think this character mainly just exists to herd counter characters. Because it has Trojan and Weaken, it has Debilitated, and it has Inversion, all of which are specifically built to deal with very specific things.
It definitely
Yeah.
works and it works.
In the right situations, it can absolutely screw over an opponent. In the wrong one, it can still do pretty well, but the FP costs end up hurting them a good amount.
Yeah.
That said, it does get the Fortune File synergy, so there's that.
What?
True. I think it probably balances out to like Yu overall. Just
Yeah.
like
Sounds about right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Wicked is still Debilitator is still I think the moves are still generally useful enough to be good outside of their specific situations, but like they they do toss too much for me to be confident putting her any higher.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun when we get to Bowser.
Anyways, next up, and this will probably be the last one for today since I am running a little short on time. Matt.
Oh
This
no.
is so epic.
Instant anything goes, the final smash is absolutely busted.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
True.
So yeah, we've got Matt. Not from Wii Sports, this one is from Edgeworld.
I think Matt from Wii Sports came eventually, but I'm not sure.
Yes, Bingo also made that character.
Yeah, it checks out.
Nice.
2 mats.
So yes, Little Tom deals 4 damage and inflicts soft burn for 2 turns to a certain target. Alternatively, Little Tom you wound up to play as Simless, much as Matt's like. If this is done while throwing, instead of throwing Little Tom, Matt gains Inspired for 2 turns. Inspired follows the ally with the most HP. This doesn't seem too great, but if I remember correctly, I believe he has I believe there's like synergy with this. I don't quite remember.
Oh yeah, Reflection Refuge. Literally the next
Yeah.
move.
Right. Reflection Refuge. Mirror will give Matt Reflect for 2 turns. He'll get distracted halfway through trying to protect himself, counting on how good he looks. If Matt is already inspired, gain Vibrant for 2 turns. Alternatively, this
Yeah, that's a
can
pretty good
build up his
synergy.
weird complement and allies looks. This move all POW to increase these days and give POW +1 POW for 3 turns.
So I think the main reason his moves are expensive is because he gets quite a few options for each of them.
Yeah,
Or he's
Yeah.
supposed to. Gotta balance it out somewhere, you know?
So yeah. Matt sucks. Hits an opponent for 4 damage and heals Matt for half the damage dealt. If the target has bleed, this move deals an additional 2 damage.
I can totally see what he's going for with the Vibrant in the previous move.
Yep.
I just now noticed that.
I do note that I don't think Matt has a way to inflict bleed by himself, but you could always just bleed attack is 1 BP. It's not that big a deal.
Bleed synergy is actually seems pretty common nowadays, so he's bound to find someone to synergize with.
Yep, and like I said, bleed attack.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
the Burrito Rhinoceros. Deals 3 damage to 2 foes. What more do you want?
True.
Yeah, damage.
Yep.
Anyways, do we want to look through these reanimated combos, or do we save these for later?
I think given that we didn't really look at any of the Swaddle Waddles combos or any of the Doki combos, we probably want to take a look at them.
Okay, fair.
Anyways, Birthright. Whenever an ally heals or buffs Matt, it goes straight to his head, thinking he's cool and popular. All positive effects given to Matt by allies will last 1 additional turn. Heals will grant 1 extra HP. I think this is pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
Based
it's recovery plus and also status plus on things specifically affecting you.
Yeah, I was gonna make a status that did something like that. I can't really think of a good character that put it on.
Yeah. Anyways, time for the one thing that's sending this character anything goes.
Final Smash, the creator and ruler of everything in existence since the dawn of time, Matt. Everyone becomes Matt and has to use his moveset for 3 turns. Does not change statuses or HP and FP count.
Now,
Matt's
this is
transformation
base.
lasts indefinitely on himself.
Get him up there, okay? This breaks the
Yes.
game in so many ways.
Right. So because it would be too because this would be completely broken and like we'd have to make a new tier for him. We're going to ignore the final smash for the purposes of this ranking. Where do we want to put Matt? Ignoring the final smash.
Hmm.
Mm.
Maybe like a Hayuyu.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
that.
Hayuyu seems good.
That said,
Except-
now we're gonna have to
I
ban
think-
Master Soul from Yu just to avoid the death of the simulations.
I think overall he's got a pretty good kit. He just needs I think he does rely on needing a support more than most characters would, but he's still
Yeah.
he's still pretty solid on his own.
He's solid.
And like, if I remember correctly, and like, we're still a bit away from this, but like, yeah, I believe either Tom or Ed has a way to inflict bleed, which works out for yeah, yeah, Tom can inflict
There it
bleed.
is.
So yeah, it's clearly meant to be synergy with the other Ed's world guys.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah, yeah, I think that'll be all for today. Next time we've got we've
On
got a
tomorrow's
few
episode of
Supernova
Bottom
characters, I
Gear.
believe, and not to mention Tom and Paper Mario, and also some Neo characters. It's looking like. So yeah,
Hey,
it'll be an interesting time. See y'all later.